Uh, Hello YouTube, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome on into the OshiNoKo episode 2 reactions. What can I say other than I've literally just told this story earlier to chat. The session was running a little longer than the hour we're supposed to run it, and I told the client, hey, I have another client I have to get to, you know, otherwise known as Aqua, you know, I gotta go check him out. I'll see you later, you know, without using that terminology. But anyway, I'm here. I'm super proud to be here. I'm super excited to go and come through. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support for actually going through with this. And if you guys watch the 5-hour analysis, it's 5 hours, guys. I don't know how you got through it, but you got through it, and I sincerely appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and constructive criticism and everything you guys threw my way. Guys, this is a live analysis, which means I'm going to be pausing, I'm going to be talking, I'm going to be bringing up models of psychological care, the DSM-5, which I have ready, 101 other aspects of things being thrown out there. This is to start a conversation. This is a conversation between me, chat, the characters. I treat them as though they're real people in a counseling setting that are telling their story to us. That's probably the best way for me to go ahead and talk about it. None of the predictions are made or because of wizardry. No, I will never state, oh yeah, you know, it's because I'm a super duper wizard and my whole job is to predict shows. No, none of that. It's quite literally just based in basic psychology. It's literally based in counseling principles in psychological elements. And I'm currently taking my PsyD courses at the same time, so it is 101%. Everything just mixes in so beautifully. With that being said, are you guys ready? I've been thinking about this show the entire week, ladies and gentlemen. I am excited. I am everything. This is love. This is life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just go into it. I don't know what else to say. Wait. Wait. Okay, hold on. There's so much shit happening. There's so much shit happening. We're gonna play it back. We're gonna wait till it's the end. Or we're playing it back, boys. Sorry, we're playing it back. The symbolism in this shit is amazing. We haven't even started the show. We haven't even started the fucking show. And the symbolism in the show, this opening, amazing. Let's break it down. Clearly, the reference to the hospital room, right? I'm playing it without music just simply for the fact that we're gonna go ahead and try and analyze this, and YouTube is a big meanie, and we'll go ahead and like mute the entire fucking video. So let's go ahead and just take it back step by step. Yeah, so who's this? Who's this third set of eyes? Hold on. Okay, Aqua, Ruby, third set of eyes. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Remember the lyrics that you said? How have you been? And I'm doing okay. Child actor, peak. Okay. So what I'm trying to go ahead and understand is throughout this whole concept is clearly we're getting our main cast and everything set here, which is beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and just 5. She came at the very end. Oh, hold on. The way that this is framed is very beautiful. So okay, right. The way this person, I don't know who the fuck this is. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the way that this is like animated in such a way is as though it's someone that's studying everyone else. Someone that's like very observational in. Just look at the timing in this, right? So literally Ruby, you know, this character, and then someone that's like literally taking the time compared to everyone else's entrances, and even through a theater perspective and through everyone else's perspective, like the pause, right? The fact that there's a pause, go. That's want to talk about power dynamics? Oof. I'm in another fucking world right now, dude. This is like the power of someone that's like in an observation. Like, think about it through a theater perspective, right? I come in and I'm like, "What up, Bessie? My name is my name is Papi Ed. I'm the wizard, Holmes." You know, and then all of a sudden, Real Grim comes, and all of these people are coming, and at the very end, you know, you just see someone in the background just like coming in with a little bit of shadow once everyone's done their intro, and you know that that's someone that's gonna play a bigger role in this entire thing. She's literally you, Ed. Oh, I'll talk about my experiences. I don't even know. So 1, look, 2, 3. 4, bigger pause, 5. That's wild. That is blowing my fucking mind. And I think this is also talking about power dynamics or something present here, which I'm being blown away just by the intro. I'm literally being blown away by the intro. Because what I'm guessing here, and you guys can absolutely correct me if I'm wrong. No spoilers, please. What I'm guessing here is that the director of this little like opening or whatever, the way that they framed this is quite literally in a way where it's like, of course, we're gonna put Aqua up front, right? Because Ruby, this girl, and probably this girl are all tied in some way. Is this girl just the odd one out? Is this girl, like, if we were to connect, say, everyone in a unit, hold on, just by the positioning, right? Girl 1, like mysterious girl 1, girl 2, and then the mysterious girl 3 that pops up. Just off of their intro, right? Sorry if you guys can't fucking see it. My handwriting's horrible. There you go. Just if you guys can see it, right? The way that they're introduced is Aqua comes on over. It's Ruby, girl 1, girl 2, girl 3. Is this some kind of weird, like, power dynamic that's being presented already? Because if it is, this is beautifully done. And I can't read that. No. It just states their names. It just states literally Ruby, girl 1, girl 2, girl 3 at the bottom, just because of the time that's being taken here. If I remember correctly, this is the first new character we saw at the end of Sussy Baka. Beautiful. This is I'm being blown away right now. This is a way of story. Either that, or I might just be shooting deep into the dark end and literally just falling. I tend to do that, dude. I don't get nothing 100% right ever, fucking ever. So if I'm just fucking shooting to the deep end, it's okay, guys. Let me cook. Let me cook just in case. Okay, awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Aqua. Back it up. Sorry, guys. I don't mean to make this an opening analysis, but quite literally, this opening is like chock full of just like finger licking good fucking. It's finger licking good, ladies and gentlemen. No, keep on going. Okay. So look at this, right? We clearly have the idolization of I, right? Ooh, that's a good way of putting it. I'm even proud of myself. The idolization of I, right? Ooh, hold on. Do we even get to see her full face? No. It's from her nose down. So it says though these. Oh, fuck. Oh, okay. I'll tell you. So literally, I, right? Ruby, Aqua, and then Ruby. So in group therapy and a lot of like, any of the kinetic motions book or kinetic motions for children, which is talking about the way that kids play. One aspect that we go into is called memories, right? I.e., the aspect as to what we remember and what we're trying to go ahead and like provide off of ourselves. So one thing I'll go, ew, my voice is cracking already. One thing I'll go ahead and ask you guys is this, right? What expectations are you living by? And this is something that this we're not even in the actual show. This is just the opening, and I wonder if this is something that the opening is trying to go ahead and show us right now, which is we're not even being seen by our mother's standard. We're not living like into the actual world that our mother wanted us to. We're living off of the expectations that we give our mother. Like like I know that the lyrics might say something, but I'm just going off of the expectations as to what's being shown and through a non-verbal communicative way, right? The shadow of I is too bright. The shadow of I is really, really bright in comparison to all of them, right? But it's also the expectations that are being placed. And this is one big aspect is we're not even seeing her eyes, right? Why? Because her eyes are in her children. And her children, in a fucked up way, may have adopted her mantle, or what they believe is her mantle. It's sort of like in Metal Gear Solid, where you have Big Boss and Zero picking up the mantle of the boss and thinking that they knew what the boss wanted, when neither of them actually knew what the boss really wanted. I think it also has to do with how Aqua doesn't remember the star disappearing from Ai's eyes. Plus, eyes are always eyes are windows to the soul. Eyes are telling the truth. It's always a good analogy when you mention Metal Gear Solid, because it's true. It's such a powerful game. In case you guys haven't played it, it's not about I. It's about the pedestal of I. Yeah, and that's one aspect that I'm getting to, right? And this is like even in the limelight. This is sort of what I'm wondering. In the pressure of the limelight, the way that this looks like, it looks like Ruby or Aqua. My bad. Aqua is in complete control in this, right? Aqua looks like an individual that doesn't want to be here, and he'd rather be backstage. Literally, like he looks like a tech person. Like if you're ever in the theater world, or you're ever in like editing or video direction or anything like that, he looks like the type of guy that you would go for, and he'd be your PA, he'd be your lighting designer, he would be like either the director or the co-director. I watched episode 1 like 12 hours before and came. My heart still needs time to recover. It shows the version of Dark Eye and Bright Eye. Ooh, Drake. Ooh. So that's sort of what I'm going for. Is there might be some parataxic distortions here. Mastermind from the shadows type of feeling, yeah. And meanwhile, we have someone, otherwise known as Ruby, following what would be Ai's example of an idol, or idol-ish, right? Because look at her in the limelight. For Aqua, it was just blue, and for her, it's like her face plastered everywhere. It's as though she's the face of like something new. It's 3:33 a.m. and I have to wake up at 9 a.m. to meet with my girlfriend. Good night. Yeah, practice some self-care, Aldenar, and everyone out there. Appreciate you so much. Practice some self-care. Hope you honestly like take time for you, and you have a great time tomorrow. Aqua's from the walking away from the limelight at the end. Yeah. Oh, whoa. Are we gonna get into? Sorry, guys. I might let me cook. I might be shooting deep into the dark end here. I might be 110% just wrong. So I'm guessing this whole thing is going ahead to try and find your freedom, right? And also, isn't this symbolic, right? And 5 birds, Aqua, Ruby, and probably the girls that were shown, right? Girl 1, girl 2, and girl 3. Yeah, 5 birds in the sky. That's. Are we gonna get into how social media can influence us? The numbers, dude. I know unknown silence. I'm like, my mind is blowing, dude. My mind is blown. I didn't realize I was watching MasterChef. Well, now you do. So, are we gonna get into the way that social media can influence us as creators, as individuals, as anything like that, and the impact it can have? That would be an interesting concept if they actually go through with something like that. Okay, there's girl 1. There's girl 2. Back it up. I don't want to spoil myself, but I feel like I have to, because this is deep in like symbolism. Is she a dancer or like music oriented or something? Or is she? Oh, hold on. That feels like one of those viral like TikTok dancers or Instagram posts, you know, where like they're like you and you know, something like that. Googaloo. Hey, oh, that's so cute. Okay, we clearly have someone that's an actor. Got a Fortnite dance. Oof. Hold on. Boom. Boom. Thanks so much for the follow, Reverb. Oh, zoning in. So you have someone that you have your eye on? Whoa, 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 whoa. Girl number 3, on the other hand. That's really unsafe for the actors unless they have like a ghost light or something back here. In case you guys don't know, I've done like I used to do a lot of theater and movies and directing and that whole thing. The way that the spotlight is shown is beautifully done here, right? But the fact that they just left her in a blackout without... Ooh, I'm a stand for... But for me, it's like someone that is either really, really into... Girl number 3 might impress me here. I'm not gonna lie. If girl number 3 is shown to do anything theater related or some shit, I might just start simping. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even know who girl number 3 is, but yo boy might start might have a new favorite, guys. That's all I gotta say. We got it, boys. We got it. But when it comes to something like this, what I'm wondering is someone, just the way that the spotlight is shown like that. So then this is another actor. And if we have this type of actor here, and we have another character that's already been introduced here, hold on. And we're talking about, and we already have this person. Wouldn't there be some sort of tension? I'm sorry, but as a psychologist, as an actor, as whatever, right? Jealousy, envy, 101 other aspects do come into play in working relationships. They're totally normal. They're totally whatever, right? Which is, man, he's such a better this and that. Oh, man, I'm working with Saris, and Saris is such an amazing content creator. If only I could go ahead and catch up to her. How can I be better than Saris, right? And it's like these like introspective forms of thinking, right? That often happen. No, honestly, Saris is amazing, guys. If you guys haven't followed Saris, go follow Saris. And you say you're not a wizard because of being in the field. As a psychologist, guess what? I know like at least a lot of the modern day psychologists in my area, right? A lot of the good psychologists in my area, I've met them, I've talked to them in some way, shape, or form. If they're doing something amazing, guess what? I know about it and they know about me. And we have this working relationship. So that's sort of, I feel called out. There you go. You see, that's sort of the main model that I'm going for is, wouldn't that enable some sort of working dynamic? We're not even in the actual show. Why am I going this hard for a fucking opening? Why did the director do this? Oh. Either that or they might just be friendly. I might just be fucking cooking and now I might just be completely wrong. Director W, dude, attention, hot psychologists in your area. Ophelia, hey yo, 5-hour analysis part 2, dude. I might die. I might get roasted on Reddit and all these other things, being like, psychologist spends 5 hours on the opening, and you know what? Fair, fucking fair. I deserve it, guys. But I appreciate all the love and support, nonetheless. You guys are amazing. That's why everything's like put up there. Like, you know, in case you guys don't know, the first episode of OshiNoKo is not monetized in any way, shape, or form. It's just thrown out there. A lot of those shows actually that are out there aren't monetized because, and I don't have a Patreon or anything like that, because this is for psychological purposes, ladies and gentlemen. Some are just because, you know, we can justify everything, but oof. Okay, we're going back into idol culture. I've always wondered, do the sticks mean something? And this might be just me and my lack of knowledge. But like, do the sticks mean something? Do the sticks have like a power or something? It's just cheering, I think. Right, but if it's like, say that we are in a group, right? Say that we are in a group of performers, in a group of everything. How would you know who you're supporting, right? So for example, if I wanted to support Ophelia or Saris or whatnot, could I not like bust a move or something? Color-based system. Okay. Like, I'm completely ignorant. In case you guys don't know, I am 110% ignorant to, like, a lot of the idol culture. Like, I know about some things in it, but not everything. Yellow Luca, green. Okay, Luca pink. Doctor turned Aqua that has more. Oof. Oof. Glow sticks from fans in Japan are thorough. Sometimes if a group has multiple members, each one is color coded, so you pick the glow sticks colors of them. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. That's awesome. But also, I feel like this is just an homage to sort of like the expectation that I got, right? I was an incredible idol that sort of like shone in the limelight, and can their sons and daughter, can their kids strive to get to there? That's a big question. Okay, we're going through it. Blue. Ooh. We're getting through this, boys. We're getting through this, broken. Okay. A blue rose in blue flame, or a rose embroiled in blue flame. Is this something like Aqua burning his own sanity or purity for the sake of something? Is this what this might be what the reference is to? Because even in psychology, we tend to deal with a lot of symbolism and metaphors that people throw our way, right? So it might be a symbol for revenge. It might also be someone burning themselves for the aspect of trying to preserve the beauty that something is, right? And burning that beauty down as well, because that tends to happen whenever you seek revenge or something. Why is there glowing stick for the doctor? His innocence could be burning his innocence. Yeah. White rose, blue flames. Oof. And I also wonder if there's an identity issue still playing present here. And finally, we get to see her face, but only as I the idol and not I the mother. That illusion is broken. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, so the illusion breaks, right? And the only thing that they're throwing up there, like as the pedestal work, is I the idol, not I the mother. I the illusion of perfection that they were sold on, the parataxic distortion that they were sold on, and not I the mother that said I love you and I want you to go ahead and live amazing lives or whatever. I think he's trying to reach I. But can you ever reach someone like that? That's oof. Anyway, we're just getting started here. We're about to go ahead and throw on, like, go back to it. Yeah, I mean, oh, there's I the mother. There's I la madre. Hold on, fuck on. That's a lot. That's a lot to take in. That's a lot to take in. 44510. Is that a dude with like a giant mask? What the fuck is this? Yeah, I'll let it play. I'll let it play. It's fine. And of course, we have Idol stepping out into the limelight and our main title here. Oh, it seems as though this show is gonna hurt me in so many ways. I feel like this show is gonna hurt me in so many ways. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Hi, YouTube. Welcome to the reaction to the show. I can't do the intro again for YouTube. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? What do they mean? Oh, God. Hi, Melody. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I lost my pen. Okay, how long did that take? That took us a little bit. That took us probably longer than some emoji reaction channels out there watching this show. Oof. 30 minutes. we just got done with the opening. Gotta have the whole cooking. I know. Anyways, with that being said, I just want to hug girl number 3. She was crying. A lot of these characters, I feel like people might question, because like I feel like this might go down a revenge plot line as it was previously shown. Oh wait, hold on, my brother's texting me. Might be important. I usually don't answer unless it's... Alright, let me send them. Hold on. But like I feel like a lot of people might question it. Would this be realistic in the forms of revenge or someone getting lost in the play? Trauma, I'm gonna be straight up, but as we get into this, trauma can go ahead and get us lost into a cycle of intergenerational trauma that enables us, this cognitive distortions, to fall into cycles of revenge, cycles of envy, cycles of hurt, cycles of everything. Calling that we will have a 30-minute analysis for the ending as well. He got lost in the sauce. Ceres! No, Ceres! I would do the exact same thing in Aqua's position, right? But that's my number one thing, is in case you guys ever hear of someone saying anything like that, I can pretty much back it up. Oh. All of that. No, we're just getting started. We just did the opening. Lost in the sauce because he spent too long cooking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go right into it. Sorry about that. My family's out and about. My brother's out and about right now, far away. And if he needs anything, you know, emergency or something, have to attest to it. Also, guys, this is just a quick infomercial thing out there. I hate to do this as we get started. If you guys see my energy dipping, like, or you guys see me get fatigued really quickly, let me know. Like, literally let me know, because sometimes I'll keep going. Drop this moon emoji if you guys see my energy dipping. I'm currently sick and taking a lot of medication and stuff, and so I can get super duper fatigued, but mentally I'm still like going. And so physically you guys might see that, like, see that impact first before like I'm able to go ahead and notice that as well. So guys, just go ahead and give me a heads up if you guys see like my mood, my energy, anything drop. Let me know, because again, you know, it might take a bit out of me. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Let me go ahead and make sure that the audio is up and running and that we are good. Let's go. Oh. Ooh. A written application. One in 105. One in 12. Okay. Hold on. This is big, and I am stopping to talk about it. As I said, I will be pausing and analyzing, because this is a live analysis of the show. Thank you so much for the follow, Vico. I appreciate it. When it comes to something like this, it's like, if I were to audition, say, for a big VTuber group, does that even guarantee that I would be successful? And this is a big portion that I'm getting at. Does that even guarantee, like, especially let's say that it has like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 members? No. That wouldn't mean anything. In fact, that would mean that I have 200 other people that I would have to compete with, right? Gotta water a seed to make it grow. It's passing the rules of... So that's something that I'm thinking about almost immediately, which is, as we're going through this, right? It's, say that you come into a collection, no matter how big it is, you like, in a big way. I know a lot of idols make their money by selling merch, by taking the pictures and being like, oh, kawaii desu ne, like, here's your $5 meet and greet, right? Like, you'd have to stand out against all the other people around you. So big aspect in this. Kawaii, yeah, Quicksilver, and yeah, kawaii. Thanks so much for the follow, Darth Kessel. I like the name. And Unknown Silence. So when you're getting through something like this, it's, for example, you as an individual, and you out there, have you ever compared yourself to any coworkers or anyone else around you? Like, I'll be honest, I compare myself constantly to a lot of the amazing individuals around me, right? A lot of the amazing content creators and whatnot. I'll always be into streams. I'm always like taking notes as to what they're doing great, right? What I need to improve on, because this is a thing where I'm like, they're so, like, individuals are so fucking amazing, so creative. They have such amazing communities doing so many amazing things that I want to grow to be like that. But in a scenario where you have like 1,000,001,001 individuals competing in that same area or that same space, how do you stand out like that? And I think that's a big question I'm wondering. But also, I'm surprised that Aqua just let this happen, considering that, like, I would be traumatized in a big way like this. Like if I was Aqua and I heard that, like, fuck, how do I do this? Okay, Aqua, thanks for coming into our session today. You know, how do you feel about your sister going and auditioning for, or Evil Ed, right? Evil Ed, how do you feel about your sister going through and auditioning for all of these, like, amazing programs? Well, personally, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I think that she's gonna get hurt. I think that by her auditioning, she's literally being put in the same frame of hands that my mother was. And we all know what happened with my mother, right, chat? We all know what ends up happening in that regard. We all know for a fact that this industry is corrupt and there's nothing good that can come out of this. But you can't necessarily be able to go ahead and step in and do anything. Your advice is to go ahead and give suggestions and roles and act as the older brother and caring and be all of that. What makes you say that my opinion doesn't count? I'm not saying your opinion doesn't count, Evil Ed. What I'm saying is, when it comes to a scenario where your siblings, sister, are striving for something better than themselves, or striving to go ahead and do something that, like, is, you know, worthy of them, and they're striving with this for their heart, wouldn't you support them? I would support them if it's in my terms, because I don't want this to go down south. This is called catastrophication. Yes, it is a cognitive distortion. It is an automatic cognitive distortion. And individuals who suffer a lot of trauma, not even a lot of trauma, almost everyone, all of us have cognitive distortions in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to bring this up just so that you guys are aware of what I'm talking about. It's always interesting to understand the way you take step by step. Yeah. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to break this down in a way that you guys can all literally stay with me here. And you guys are able to understand where I'm coming from. So let me go ahead and bring this up so you guys understand where I'm going with this. This might be, if I was in Aqua's shoes and I just experienced major trauma, major mommy trauma, you know, I would go into an area of catastrophication. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is before we even see Aqua. 12 is too young. I was scouted when she was 12. Not that it makes it better, but it's not an uncommon thing. I'm not even talking about Ruby. Ruby seems to be thriving, trying to go ahead and meet the expectation that she has placed in some way, shape, or form. But if I think that Aqua grew up the way that he left in episode 1, then we're talking about someone that might have extreme cognitive distortions. Someone, chat, if you could think so as well, where would he fall in this? Automatically, if we haven't even seen him, I would start thinking that some of these might start popping up. I would start thinking that because of this, these are cognitive distortions. All of us go through this at some point in our time. Nothing fancy-wancy about it, man. I would think that because of the trauma that you experience, you might get some all or nothing thinking. I'm thinking that because of that, you might get an individual, if it's psychologically based. If this show is psychologically based, you would get an individual. No wonder it feels familiar. You would get an individual, right, who would start repeating the cycles of things that he hated, using tactics of isolation or intimidation, using coercion and threats, using economic abuse, minimizing, denying, and blaming, taking control in some way, shape, or form. We as humans repeat cycles of trauma that happen to us. And that's because Aqua got to experience that trauma firsthand. And I doubt that he went to a therapist or a psychologist in the time being. My expectation is that he's going to go ahead and follow some of this circles of power and control. That this is going to go ahead and repeat itself in some way, shape, or form, where he's using this as a way to go ahead and interact with others. Because if you don't take that time to heal your heart and or your head, what does that leave you? That leaves you with a broken individual who thinks that everyone's after them, who has cognitive distortions, who feels that the world might be after them, and so on and so forth. That is if this show decides to take a realistic route. Who knows? We might be introduced to Aqua and he's just like, "Hi guys, my name is Aqua, and I am..." so dramatic. Thanks so much for the follow, and Savvy and Front Kuro. I appreciate it. But that's it. That's if the show decides to go ahead and take like a realistic approach in some way, shape, or form, ladies and gentlemen. That's sort of how I, as a psychologist, see a person, and like thinking about the family dynamics present, would wonder if this is sort of where the show would go. I'm Batman. Yeah, you are. Also, thank you so much for the sub, Raccoon. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. Awaiting results. The only thing I hope is that he doesn't turn into a sociopath or has like extreme conduct disorder or something. I can see conduct disorder, but... Aww. Oh, her friends are so supportive. Ah!
お母さんみたいなトップアイドルに。私の名前は星野ルビー。私には友達にも言えない秘密が2つある。十数年前、熱狂的信者のストーカーに殺された伝説のアイドル、愛が母親である。
Sarah, is she good?
そしてもう一つ、私には前世の記憶があること。生まれた時から体が弱く、人生あること。そしてもう一つ、私には。
I'm just very intrigued by your note. No worries, man. Keep jumping in. This, oof. Okay. Sorry if I have chicken scratch handwriting. Immediately, this is something that I've been wondering, and I know I questioned the 5-hour analysis almost immediately, which is the identity disorder that might be happening, right? Which is, especially with disassociation between them. At what point are you your previous version of you, and at what point do you start living as you? And that's the same question I have for Aqua. At what point do you free flow, or do you accept that you are maybe a merger of both, say Aqua and the Doctor, versus having a separation line that says I am the Doctor inside of Aqua? That sounds dirty. I am the Doctor. I am the Doctor, you know, the Doctor's spirit, the Doctor. Ah, Kaiju, thanks so much for the 10 viewers. What a time to come in. One Kairu. Oh, God, what a time to come in. Appreciate you. Welcome on in, Raiders. We are analyzing OshiNoKo episode 2. I know it's a Kaiju raid. What's up, Coco? How you doing? Are you doing okay? I'm doing great so far, man. How you doing? Put yourself in another person, it still comes off dirty. But I'm talking about the identity disorder present here, right? Which is, and this, I'll throw this question off to you on YouTube, which is, have you ever felt like an imposter at some point in time? Either as a creator, as an individual, as an artist, as a VTuber, as a streamer, or whatever, right? How do you merge the identity that like you have with, say, family with the versus the identity that you have with friends? How do you merge the identity that you have as a content creator versus the you that you are? Or so on and so forth. Like, we all have different elements that we can go ahead and hit on when it comes to identity dissonance. When it comes to this in particular, though, something that's coming to mind is, how will they merge both the aspects of that? You know, thanks so much for the follow, Coco. I appreciate y'all. You guys are wonderful. Sarah, if you do the fusion dance, honestly, that would be amazing. But how will Ruby and Aqua both deal with this identity issue going forward? Will it work towards their advantage or towards their disadvantage? And is this the main reason why their push, like their pedestal, their paratactic distortion on I is being elevated so high? Because for them, I is God. Just like Roxy's panties are God to Rudius, the image that I left for these kids is an untainted image. Is an untainted image of a single mom who worked hard for them, of a single mom who was still smiling on camera, of a single, you know, of a mom who, oh, thanks so much for the sub, Kaiju, I appreciate you, of a single, like, you know, so, and you could, like, I'm going through these examples like that. Thanks so much for the sub, Kaiju. I really, really appreciate it. You're a goat, man. Drop some Doritos for all the people that have been subbing. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, man. It helps a ton. It helps a lot. So with that, that's sort of what I'm like hitting at is we all have identity issues, but I feel like these individuals' identity issues might be significantly worse, and that also comes with the next aspect that I'm going at. We already have the topic of cognitive distortion that we touched on. We already have the topic of power and control wheel that I talked about earlier. With identity issues, individuals that suffer from identity issues and they have extreme cognitive distortion issues and all of this present, do you guys know what they do? Take a wild guess. I'm going to throw this out to you guys because this is a good teaching opportunity and you guys can go ahead and like impress your psychology professors or whatever if you guys are taking your bachelor's or master's classes. Do you guys know what this happens or what happens to you as an individual if you're going through identity issues, if you have cognitive distortions, if you have a weird parataxic distortion and so on? Energy check. Oh, thanks so much. I'm doing good so far. I'm doing good. Thank you though. Or at least I feel good. They have no feelings yet anyway. Unknown silence. You might actually be hitting on the money. You stop empathizing with people. You want to know what that starts to do? I can use you as a pawn. I know how to move people around. Oh, unknown silence. Or Ophelia, I'm going to make her heart go doki doki. And then I'll make sure that you come to my literature club. And then I'm just going to dip. And I'm going to make you wonder, why was I invited in here? Where's Papi Ed? And, you know, I might come back once you start getting feelings of anger and whatnot, just to make sure that a peace is still there. You know, like individuals that have identity issues with cognitive distortions, with strong parataxic distortions in that, right? The stuff that we've covered that I hope you guys are aware of, if you guys don't know what it is. You start going ahead and minimizing the interactions that you have with others. You start seeing others as pawn pieces or pieces that you can move on the board and pieces that you can manipulate at your will, which is what I'm genuinely scared of for both of them. Honestly. Sorry. Anyway, Papi Ed right here in my heart. Wait, it's like how Rudy treated the girls like, yes! Yeah! Oh.
特にリーコ町の愛にのめり込んだ。私の命の灯火が消えるその時も頭の中では愛の歌声が響いていた。
Oh, don't mask that with the happy song. That hurts. Oh boy, that hurts. Hold on.
のめり込んだ。私の命の灯火が消えるその時も
My life's flame was extinguished.
頭の中では愛の歌声が響いていた。
Dude.
だけど次に目を覚ました時、私は愛の子供として生まれ変わ
Thanks so much for the follow, Yugen.
っていて、
Oh.
ママが死んじゃうまでの数年間は私にとっての宝物だった。
Right.
私はママみたいになる。
夢を語るのは結構だけど、高校受験は
School's important too. Oh. He's actually semi-decent. I thought he was about to be like an isolationalist little boy hidden in like the corner, you know, in like one of the closet rooms, like, you know, like Papa Franco, just like, you know, like, yo, I finally catch you live, like Hikikomori Gremlin style, you know, but hey, he keeps up appearances. I'll be honest, my expectations of him went all over the place. Emo Aqua, bruh. 5 monitors, hacking Twitter, having a Twitter account, and like, you know, posting multiple threads as to how I was not like, you know, that the person that killed I was not the actual person, and you know, how there's a person out there and starting conspiracy theories or anything. But he looks sociable, which kind of scares me. Unless he's got in therapy. Red flag. Giant fucking moons. Like, a moon means a red flag, guys. Giant fucking moons. Lies or love. Yeah, I know. So what lie are we being fed right now? It's not that social people scare me. It's that people who have gone through extreme trauma and haven't been healed acting socially scares me, because this is either in a mask and he's learned how to mask his anger and mask his emotions, or he's actually healed, which I don't think my boy has actually healed.
芸能科がある高校は面接重視、学力なんて参考程度。アイドルになれば受験勉強なんてしなくてよくて、一石二鳥。
豆知識感覚で人生かけたギャンブルすんな。アイドルを夢見るのは構わんけどさ。アイドルに夢を見るなよ。基本発給だし、30手前で定年だし、日常生活は常にファンの監視がつきまとう。卒業後の業界生存率も低くて、結局他業種に就職する人がほとんどで。
Okay, Void. Okay, Void.
こんなにコストとリターンが見合ってない仕事もなかなかない。
だからなんだっていうの？したいことをするのが人生でしょ？コストとかリターンとか言ってたら何もできない。
The way he's saying this is very matter of a fact, which again, my anxiety rises. Aqua's evil head. Aqua looks like the type of individual who would be like, you know, I know how I was just talking about like just a gremlin that's like hacking stuff. He'd be the type of individual that would like make sure that everything falls under him now. I mean, he has a point. He does have a point. But the way that he's stating this, for me, raises a concern. He spoke with no lies in there while maintaining the lie of his face. While maintaining that he's not in pain. While maintaining so many other aspects here that I'm like, why? Why would someone not, who strongly believes in his version of I, not lie? And it already seems manipulative. Not in a bad way. By the way, I'm not here to justify a character's actions or anything, or even judge them for their actions. Not at all. I'm here to explain the psychology behind it and analyze why people do what they do. Straight up, a lot of us do a lot of weird stuff out there. It's like he is hiding his pain in the facade of the truth. Honestly, what I'm getting at is, I feel as though the reason why he's not, we're not hearing a lot of his inner dialogue or anything like this, like in the previous episode, is probably because he already has something under wraps. Probably because something has, like a chess piece has already moved. The way that he's speaking right now is like, whenever I'm handling an individual that's on the antisocial personality spectrum, tells me something that they know I can't refute. They tell me something so certain that their mask is not there. And you can see a smile, a devilish smile at times. And I'm just like, so what does that mean? And facts. Dalmatian Black, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it, man. But no, it's something like along the lines of like, oh, so like 60, I don't know why, but I always love seeing manipulative characters in anime. Something so interesting about them. Yeah. I wonder if this is what's truly going to come through. Thanks so much for everything. He's got to protect the sis. If he does go through a manipulation route, I'll tell you guys why. If he becomes an expert manipulator in all of these things, it's not because, oh, he's a dick or whatever, right? What is missing in his life if he goes down a big manipulation route? That a lot of people on the ASPD spectrum don't have or want to go ahead and have. And I think this will justify it. Aside from actual connections, Lusters, control. He didn't have control, if we're going to be realistic, over how his mom died. He didn't have control over a lot of things. An equal relationship. So if control is a big factor, like we can talk about relationships and something being another factor at some point, right? But for right now, the concept of control, and I'll bring this back up. Sorry, guys. I know we're going wild and we're only 4 minutes in, but I promise you that there's a good reason for this. With the concept of control, right, of power and control here, we're referencing back to this power and control wheel, power and control theory. Whenever someone's ability to control an aspect, it's overcompensation for the early loss of control. Exactly, Luster. So what this would mean, and this might, again, I'm just shooting out in the dark. he might try and like control aspects of himself, right? Like control his environment, control others, control relationships, control who can and can't enter his life. He might try and have control over every single little aspect, because for him, he's already lost control in some way, shape, or form. No one can bring back the control. Like, no one can bring back his mom. They can imitate it, and that might turn into a weird kink or something if left unchecked, which is why I will always say, hey, go to therapy, because parataxic distortions, if not fixed, can turn into weird kinks. I don't even think the show's gonna approach it, but hold on, sorry. But yes, I'm hitting on that just because I was starting to remember some clients that I had, and I'm like, okay, yes, if left unchecked for a long time, especially into adulthood, if you have an extreme parataxic distortion, say on redheads or on whatever, right, and you've had a system of rupture and repair and you've lost control and all of these things, guess what? Attachment theory states, right, that, and oftentimes even a lot of sexology aspects, that our kinks, what we like and dislike, forms at an early age from trauma, from rupture and repair, and from a lot of things. Makima, oh dude, get me a Makima, brother. Confirm my yeah. But anyway, jumping into this. So what I'm wondering is, and if this is psychologically well written, what we'll see is an individual who will try and go ahead and control his environment, an individual who will try and go ahead, and if it goes down this route of an ASPD or antisocial personality disorder, an individual who's going to go ahead and try and control every single aspect out there, including individuals and attachments. If this is what happens, I am fucking terrified as to where the show's gonna go. I'm just gonna lay it right there. I'm scared. Either that, or he might try and like summon back his mom. One or the other. If he summons back his mom, that would be cool. I'd fucking be down for that. Like, or finds out who his dad is. Oh, gremlin mode.
私はそんなの嫌。
勝手にしろ。監督のところ行ってくる。
お兄ちゃんはママが死んでから変わってしまった。
Well, yeah.
ずっと暗い顔をしていて、全然楽しそうじゃなくて。監督に弟子入りした後、ずっと何かしてるみたいだけど、私には教えてくれない。変わってしまったのはお兄ちゃんだけじゃない。いちごさんはあの事件の後連絡がつかなくなって、みやこさんが後を引き継いだ。
Bruh.
愛というスターを失ったビーコ町は2年後に解散。
Bruh. Literally, her death just impacted everyone. Her death just. This is a huge aspect why I will always say, hey, watch the way that you talk and interact with others, the way that you talk with people and whatnot. The reason why I always bring this up, right, is, yeah, she was the star, she was the centerpiece, but it's also about the influence that we have with our friends and whatnot. And in case you're going through a tough time or something out there, know that you are very much cared for. And if anything, know that there's a random idiot out there in the internets and the interwebs that is actually proud of you. If you got up today, if you're watching this video on your bed or you're on your VOD and you're like on your, like, you know, you're just laying down and you're like, oh, I just want to see other people talk about this show, know that there's a random idiot out there that's actually proud of you for even waking up today. I know that some days may be a little tough, but know that your impact in this world impacts a lot of people. And you in this world impacts a lot of individuals. The reason why I bring up Brofenbrenner's ecological theory is because Ai's death, literally, you can put in any character in here. This is the way that we, as a psychologist, any good psychologist worth their dollar, any good therapist out there on YouTube should be using this model. I'm not going to lie to you. If you're a therapist, psychologist, if there's another individual out there that's not talking or bringing up models and talking about them and showing you guys the way that we think or whatnot, there might be some issues there. If someone passes away, what does that affect immediately, right? I was the centerpiece of this idol. It's going to affect their home life, which we've already seen, right? It's going to go ahead and affect the school and educational system of their kids, right? Which we've already seen that big thing happening. It's going to affect the neighborhood, which more than likely they've had to go ahead and move. It's going to go ahead and affect the peer group, which is going to affect the shopping center, which is going to affect mass media, and it's going to affect a lot of this like hierarchy that's even idol hierarchy inside of this. This is just going off of just a death, right? Someone disappearing off of this circle. Who does that transpire to? We're literally taking the centermost piece and taking it out, yanking it out. Shopping, merchandise, abilities to go ahead and like sell whatever, right? So if we were to put it on here, right? They said that Bikomachi, right? Bikomachi, yeah, Bikomachi, quick glance, is the idol group here, right? So guess what? Even through an idol hierarchy, if they're gone, what happens if, like, say 20 years from now, there's like a reunion, let's talk about it type scenario? The impact that's left there is big, and that's some big shoes to go ahead and fill and talk about. So this is used as a way of going ahead and talking about the power that's lost and the way that we impact others, but it's also used as a way to go ahead and say the way that everything affects us. I'm thinking who took the place of an idol of the power vacuum after I left, and whether, yeah, or whether that's going to play yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I bring up these concepts, these models, as a way for you to understand sort of what I'm looking at. Yeah, probably Unknown Silence. And then after it went stale, it just cut and go, right? Because they've already made their money. Smart YouTube, Twitch streamers, all of that.
私だってやれるならやりたいわよ。愛の見せてくれた夢はなかなか忘れられる体験じゃない。でもあれは宝くじに当たったようなものと考えなきゃ。この仕事を長くやればやるほどわかる。あんな奇跡は二度も起きない。
I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna join Strawberry Productions. Not for Ruby, not for Aqua, but for this mommy right here. I'm just gonna be straight up about it. I might be joining. it might be overshooting here, you know, but I might be joining Strawberry Productions for mommy. Just for the, you know, you're right, and you should say it. Let me cook for a second, man. Yeah, it's pretty rare to. Miyako's amazing. Yeah. Okay, hold on. So they've transitioned. Ruby might have a point here. I'm sorry for, again, this is live analysis, guys. If they're managing internet personalities now, like let's say I have PewDiePie and I'm managing like Ludwig and El Goblino and all of these wonderful things, right? And Ruby's point about, hey, why don't you start an idol company? You technically, they could fucking start it and blow them the fuck up. El Goblino's XQC masters. So, for example, if I was with mommy right now, right? If I was with mommy and I was like, hey, I'm running this company with you. You know what I would do? I'm gonna get Saris, Ophelia, all these wonderful VTubers, right? That want to go ahead and be a part of an idol. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to Ed is a juicer, Coderism. Shh. I'm gonna go ahead and talk to you know, some people I have in contact, like Nick Mayer and Masters and Mickey, and I'm gonna go ahead and have you guys do collabs. Yeah, I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and like start growing, building your internet persona, because this is what our company specializes in now. And then we'll transition you into live idol making. And then we might transition you into like full-on concert stage performances, right? So we got to go ahead and get you on a base somewhere, because now our base, if we attack this through, I'm going to go ahead and attack you through an idol way, it's not going to work. because it's fighting against the industry that you left. If I'm going to go ahead and attack this, I'm going to attack this through a curve, through a niche that I already know. Collabing now. That's a big brain idea. Well, that's the way that you have to think about scenarios like this. You have to think about it. Put yourself in the scenario of an individual. You are now the manager that manages various internet personalities. They don't even got to be that famous, just enough to have a sustained base, a sustained audience, right? So like HoloLive, like so on and so forth. If I'm over here like, hey, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to this. I want you to go ahead and do this or do that or do whatever, right? Just as a way of starting to get the name brand, name recognition. Just like Opera-chan, right? Which, flame of controversy. But the VTuber here that apparently had fucked up auditions, I'm not going to get into that, but started off because, not because it's like, oh, VTuber, but, oh, browsing company. Oh, a lot of people trying to go ahead and throw this up, right? So on and so forth. Opera GX, yeah. VTuber drama. So that's sort of what I'm hitting at, is a good way of going ahead and building up your, like, the base, the, like, you know, trying to come back in. And Ruby might have a genius point. She might be thinking ahead. Is through using the means of production that you already have. Oh, God. I'm glad I did not say seeds at the beginning of that. It's been like an hour and we're how many minutes in? 5 minutes. But there's drama about Ara. They haven't even picked someone. Ugh. But no, like, realistically speaking, whenever we're touching on all of these aspects, it could even be something as simple as, hold on, let me back it up. Even like transitioning into idol dream into becoming like a full-on Twitch streamer for Ruby. I think that would work. I think having Ruby turn into a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, I think that would work. What would you guys do? What would you guys approach this? Joe, I'm starting to think he's read the manga. Dude, I haven't read shit. I don't have time to, dude. I don't have time for anything. Except for streams on Fridays and Sundays, really. Idols are actors. Right. Aww. It seemed like she tried her best to be their mom. Bro, she's a true mommy. Okay, she's a straight up, like, can we get some Doritos for her, guys? That's like the way that she handled the question, the way that she's, yeah, that Miyako's actually like doing her best to go ahead and communicate and talk with others and all of these wonderful things, legitimately is impressive. Like, it is legit amazing. I'm surprised at the amount of like established parenting that they're giving and the amount of love and support that they're actually showing. That's wild. Also, I think you guys just broke my thingy. Isn't she like the godmother? Oh, hold on. Thanks so much for the Doritos. Is that the correct godmother? I think so. I think she just took over. She adopted them, right? An anime mom that doesn't do that? Yeah, I know, dude. I know. That's sort of where I'm at. That's where I'm like, that's impressive, man. It's impressive for her to be able to step up the way that she stepped up, because not everyone's able to go ahead and do that. I'm surprised that they didn't just wash their hands and were like, all right, someone else will go handle this mess. Unless she's gonna do that in the future and we find out that she's kind of fucked up. But I doubt that. I think she genuinely cares about these kids, because in a weird way, I was always performing and she was always taking care of them. Oh, I was your mommy, but she's your mother. Oh, don't break my heart. I'm thinking about this. Don't break my heart. I was your mommy, but I'm your mother. Oh, that hurts. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, guys. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are wonderful. How'd you guys find us? And also, oof. Let's go. You probably got in. Guys, get the fucking Doritos ready. She got in. Let's go, boys. Let's go. No! 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 Itachi, no! Pain, dude. The cycles of pain. Why is she not surprised? I would be running over to hug her. I thought this anime was gonna be a good time from now on. Y'all said this was gonna be a cute idol anime, not something realistic that hurts. Back it up, back it up. Back it up. Oshino. Oh. Bro, the animation. The animation of hearing no. The animation of hearing rejection. Look, oh, dude, this is beautiful. This is, if I look at her eyes, just instant dull. The instant dull effect, dude. Even from being glossy to just like losing hope for a second. My heart hurts. Well, I was wrong. I thought she'd at least get in. I was wrong. I thought that at least she'd be able to get into like even a fucking sketchy idol group. This hurts. This hurts. This genuinely fucking hurts. It actually reminds me of auditioning a lot, and like I'll share with you guys a story. I'll share with you guys a story. I remember auditioning. I used to do a lot of movies, a lot of voice acting. There's a yaoi of me out there somewhere in the world. Not gonna say where, but you know, I've done a lot of voice acting. I've done a lot of like short films. I've done 101 other things out there. But what? But through a lot of this, right? A big aspect that always comes through is the pain. It is the pain of rejection. It's the pain of being told you're not good enough. Of, oh yeah, no, you were close, but we're gonna go and give it to this other actor that we had already hired from the beginning. We were just holding the audition process as a kind gesture. Yeah, it's, and then you know, just because especially if you're in the theater world, you know that there's seasons for theater, right? I.e., there's seasons for auditioning to come into a theater company and to do certain things. And if you miss the deadline for anything, you're shit out of luck. That means that you gotta wait until the next, like, you know, season worth of auditions and stuff. So there's even some shady theater companies out there who are like, all right, just do a 1-minute monologue. Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Right. Well, here you go. Just sign this paper. Sign your life away, please. Please. Right here. Sign on the dotted line. Right. Right. All right. You're just giving your soul to us. No problem. Part of a wonderful theater with, you know, 50 to 100 people that come and watch you like almost every night as you perform, and you get like no pay. Like, there's a lot of things out there. She said she waited 2 years for the audition, which is why I'm saying, Luster, the crushing, like, how would that crush you as an individual? and even as a VTuber out there and as a content creator, whenever we try new things and it gets rejected by our community, by our audience, by whatever, it can be crushing, man. It can absolutely destroy us. And I feel for Ruby in such an empathetic way that I legit don't want to tear up and cry because I've had some horrible fucking experiences and some stuff that it actually kind of resembles a lot of what like I was talking about in episode 1 about lying and, you know, having to go ahead and like, for some creators, literally lie their way, manipulate their persona to fit into the image of their communities. And I'll say this straight up, guys, who you see on screen is who I am off screen. And I'm pretty sure any of the content creators or individuals that I interact with daily, they can tell you the same thing. I'm a little louder on here, but like, I talk the same way. I shoot the shit the same way. I care about people the same way. I'm too tired and too old to try and like morph who I am, you know. And I think that's a big aspect through that is how much of you have you morphed for other people, and what does that seem like? What does that do for you? Man, this hurts, and I hate to be fucking wrong. It is what it is, though. It is what it is. I thought she was gonna get in, and that's where the plot was gonna go ahead and develop from, but. I get told I have depression when I talk off stream, but otherwise I talk and type the same. Sarah is. Oof. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly had to wash my hands. All right. Guys, how are you guys holding on? YouTube, how are you guys holding on? We're an hour and something in. I hope you guys are doing well. We are only 7 minutes in. I appreciate you all doing a quick check-in, making sure that everyone's okay. Again, this is a live analysis platform rather than anything else. 4 minutes for an hour. 4 minutes. That's all I gotta say, my friend, is oof. How are you guys holding on? Are you guys doing okay? Guys, I have not read the light novel. I have not read the manhwa, the manga, anything like this. Again, this is all, I'm just approaching this through a psychological lens, taking my notes, and I'm gonna go ahead and like show you guys step by step sort of what I'm thinking, where I'm going through, my experiences through the theatrical world, musical world, all of that. Yeah, there's no blurbs at the moment. How did the stalker get the information? How did the dad give the information? Oh, no, there's no light novel. There's no light novel? Oh, well, there you go. There's no light novel. There's no light novel. Let's go. First time yeah, let's go. Have a good night, Lester. Appreciate you. Stay safe, man. Guys, if you guys are watching and you guys enjoy this content, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It means the world to me. All the love and support that has come in from the first episode really empowered me and really give me the energy to go ahead and do a deep dive analysis again here on Twitch as well as on YouTube. You guys are amazing. Agasaka's a mangaka and mentions light novel because he just wrote it. He just hasn't published it yet. No. I genuinely thought there was like, is there a light novel or something? Yeah, don't forget to comment as well. It helps the algorithm. And for all of you guys here on Twitch, if you guys are on YouTube or you guys end up on YouTube, comment whatever you guys want. It helps the algorithm a ton and it helps us keep growing and keep doing analysis like this. Again, almost all the videos on the YouTube channel are completely unmonetized for that reason. The ones that are for actually helping out the editors. I tend to not really get anything out of it. Also, the dad must have had blonde hair or something. Okay, real question here. Real question is the dad older or is the dad younger? Like, do we know that? Because is the dad like an old grandpa or was he like the same age? Was he younger? I literally threw my fucking pencil, dude. I threw my pen, bro. I threw my pen. Immediately I saw everything start coming through. Spoiled Never Ending Lies. That is such an interesting name. I threw my pen because immediately I saw, can't tell you, spoiler territory. It's me, I'm the dad. Information was not presented to you thus far. I know it was not presented to me thus far. All right. Hey, I'll take it. Thank you, guys. Melody, no, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Okay, you guys can laugh at me, I assume. They can't have some... Pizza Picante, ¿cómo estás? How are you guys doing? Someone suspicious lately. True. Anyway.
Ruby.
Do you really want to know? I know the answer. No username. I wanted to, but since people said no spoilers, no spoil. Oh, oh no, no. I gotta move it to the side. Thanks so much for the follow, Pizza Picante. Oh. Best mom. That's reality for you. Best mom. Best mom. Miyako. No. Wait. Hold a minute. Aqua! Oh no, I'm fucking dying here. Stop. I'm fucking dying here. No, okay, I want to back it up. This is terrifying. What monster has been unleashed on this world? Holy shit. No. I'm not. This is psychology, but it's so good. This is how you write well-written characters. This is how you write a character who is not just magically fixed the next day because he didn't go to therapy. He quite literally drove himself into, oh my god. Oh, if you guys can feel what I'm feeling nothing but fucking adrenaline right now. He turned into old Goblino. Evil Ed has been unleashed. I'm surprised, relieved. This monster unleashed into the world. That trauma doing that work, it is a trauma. What no therapy does to a person. I mean, that's why you have a lot of toxic people out there in the world. But also, what does this mean? Aqua malvado. Aqua's evil Ed. I started with Aqua. I stand with Aqua. Okay, let me back it up. Hold on, dude. My heart sank. Is Aqua evil Ed? Do I need to have a conversation with evil Ed? We might have been able to recognize his voice on the phone if we had gotten more of his voice acting prior. True. He's just like evil Ed for real. Oh no, this is scary, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna back it up. This. If Aqua starts pulling random people in, if Aqua starts like randomly going for like other people, it could be his age, older, younger, and like playing like a lover boy type deal, because we're already seeing that what I talked about in terms of like power and control aspects and from Bender's ecological theories are already coming true for this character. He might be on the ASPD spectrum at the moment. And he might have conduct disorder, because technically, what is he, like 13, 14? 12, 13, 14? One of those things. You can't really diagnose someone until they're 18, but we'll take a look at the symptoms. We'll take a look at the symptoms at the very end and see if that lines up. We'll do a diagnosis, an actual case study on Aqua, because this is not okay. If you were to put this man, how he is right now, on like Love is Blind or Love Island, or like, you know, you were to take him out into like one of those, like, you know, just opportunities for him to show himself, or if you were to tell him, hey Aqua, it's kind of weird that you don't have a girlfriend or whatever, do you think that he would genuinely make a connection with someone? Do you think that he would genuinely make a connection with someone? I'm throwing this out there. If you were to put him on Big Brother, do you think that he would genuinely be... I think he'd be able to act his ass off. I think if Aqua was on Big Brother, he'd be able to act his ass off on camera. I think he'd be like, I can build a hype. Aqua strikes me as the type of individual that can play his cards right. After this moment that he just did right now, it's all cards on the line. All cards on the line. To be honest, if Aqua didn't try to stop Ruby from becoming an idol, I would be more worried. He will act, I'm sure. Especially knowing how fucked up the idol industry is. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, absolutely. He lied to Ruby too. He said he didn't care if Ruby tried to be an idol, but he lied. Yeah, but lies are love, right? And that's sort of what he's taken away from his mom. Put him on the button. Are those kind of shows meant to be genuine in the first place? Or are they filled with lies, Real Grim? Dalmatian, thanks so much for the sub, for the gifted sub. Dude, give him some Doritos, y'all. That's some amazing stuff. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Only if someone was like a walking, spitting image of lies or love, right? But that's sort of what I'm hitting at, is if the individual that we're presenting, that we're seeing as Aqua, is someone that's broken. We're seeing a broken individual trying to piece himself together by controlling others. And this is where it gets scary. And this is where my heart is sinking to my fucking asshole at the moment. And as a therapist, if I had Aqua in front of me, if I had Evil Ed in front of me, and I'm asking all of these questions, I'd assume that his whole thing is that he cannot feel love. Or his sensation for love is, they can never be I, so I can never love them. And that's, is he protecting her himself? He's protecting himself. This is the whole thing of power and control. He's protecting himself by protecting her. He's protecting those that he loves, or that he thinks like has talent or abilities, by protecting himself, right? He's protecting his sister. He's probably protecting his mama. Mama Miyako in some way, shape, or form. You'll probably start protecting the director. It's people that confide in his inner circle. Like, he comes first and foremost. Then his sister, then Mama, then probably the director, Kun. The edge is too strong. What is the edge, Mama Miyako? He tries to protect his sister, and by doing that, I would protect Mama Miyako too. Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there to you, and this is me literally shooting in the long form, because as a therapist, one thing that comes into mind a lot is we follow patterns. And sometimes generational trauma can cause us to follow patterns that have already been presented to us in an unknown fashion. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this to you guys. This is a long shot in no way, shape, or form. This has nothing to do with the show present. I am literally just shooting all the way towards like the very, very end, right? And like literally just shooting towards like the end, if near be. It doesn't even, it's going to be completely wrong. And I know it is. If there is no one out there who can help change, who can help fix, per se, Aqua and the pattern that he's going, we're more than likely going to run into literally the scenario that just happened for I. We're literally happy, like what we're literally seeing is sort of like a reverse tale of what happened to I, in a way. If we were to take into perspective like for example the stalker, right? If we were to take into perspective the stalker, why did he do what he did to I? Because he lost control. What would happen if Aqua loses control? What would happen if Aqua loses control? That's where my heart is breaking, because it must mean that he might follow similar patterns. He's probably going to off somebody. Yeah. And it's a scary thought. It's even scarier the more that you start to put into perspective, like if somebody harms him, if he loses control, somebody harms him, if somebody harms someone he cares about, you're about to see like a deranged man, someone go out there. I mean, he already wants to do it to his dad, yeah? Yeah. His only goal is to live. Generational trauma can be scary. Generational trauma can affect us in so many ways, shapes, and forms. I'm just saying, psychologically speaking, someone that, like, in terms of, like, hard generational trauma, due to violence, due to, like, individuals not stepping in and, like, helping fix these cognitive distortions, it can lead to individuals following the same track of pattern that they wish others wouldn't follow. This would qualify as generational trauma. This would qualify, like, immediately. I would probably put complex PTSD, which is a comorbid form of post-traumatic stress disorder, i.e. mixed with anxiety, grief, and probably depression if need be, right? Just because of the lack of control, the fact that we're seeing him like others see him with the gloomy face, so on and so forth. And more than likely, and this is something I kind of want to go with you on, and we'll talk about at the very end, is does he have ASPD? Does he have antisocial personality disorder? And we'll look at the DSM-5 at the very end. We'll check and see it, or maybe a conduct disorder. If he does, just based off of this short little thing, it's already triggering so many little things. My mind is like racing, man. My mind is fucking racing. Isn't it nice when parents pass off their fears to their offspring? I mean, we could even put it down this way. I'm sorry, if your parents have extremely high expectations of you, and their parents had high expectations of them, they're probably passing off generational trauma in a way. Just saying. Oh no. Oh no. Why not? I think I might have peed myself a little bit there. That's a little scary. Imagine someone telling you this, man. Imagine someone tells you. Imagine someone tells you this. That ain't even hot. I'm not even gonna say, oh yeah. No. Imagine someone tells you this. 5 gears, thanks so much for the sub, man. Just popping in. Wish I could stick around, but I've been enjoying your stuff on YouTube. Sorry, you peed yourself. 5 gears, appreciate the sub, man. You're amazing. That Ruby ever finds out about this. If she does, oof. I know. Underwear change next break. Let's take this into perspective. Imagine this is your friend. Imagine that Aqua is your friend and they just tell you this. What the fuck? If your friend tells you this, give them some depends. Hey, you know it. You're wrong. Let her do her life. If your friend tells you this, wouldn't this raise some red flags? Like immediately, this raises some flags like, hey, he might not be all there. There might be something wrong. You know. It's not a syscon, bro. There's a difference between a syscon and someone literally showing you that. I'm about to go full on like Kira on them. My friends have stars in their eyes. Even though his name is Aqua, he's definitely raising some ruby flags. Sarah, that is so beautifully well done. I'm gonna give you some Doritos for that one. That was so beautifully well done. He's so normal. Hello, Imbo. It would definitely be concerning. Yeah, no. Ooh. That's not overprotective, bro. That's... Why you? Why must it be you? Well, Ed, because there's no one else. No one else can protect her the way I can. I can protect her. I know everything about her. Look. All these pictures I have of her. You see all these pictures I have of her? They're all layered out. Yeah, all these pictures I have of her. I'm the only one that can protect her. Well, what are you talking about, Ed? I can protect her. No one else can. No one knows her the way I do. No. He's just like me. Pedro, pobrecito, no. Not just protecting Ed. Like, Unless he's like Maslow hierarchy, wow. Unless he's like, you know, like practicing like some Stanislavski, or like he's really getting into like method acting. It doesn't just have to be you. You're not becoming a character, Aqua. You don't need to like fucking put on a pinboard and connect all the dots or anything. You have to learn to trust other people, dude. Other people can help you out. Aqua, I kneel. Tatakai. Maslow's pyramid of syscons. He's just like me. No, but that's because he's Batman. Get the red string and push the pins. That's sort of what I'm wondering, though. Is like, why does it just have to be you? And a lot of people, the way we tell our stories is so important. The way, and especially in attachment psychology and all of that, right? I need to be the one to do that. I will never let her. I'm protecting her. I'm the one that needs to do this. Let's look at this again, and let's see the way that he tells his story, right? I'm gonna back it up a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. Pay attention to how many times he uses the I, first person, for everything, right? And instead of an empathetic he, she wants this, whatever. You guys ready? Oh, I'm down for one sheet of paper. Alright, let's go. Starting now. I think he feels so attached to his vow to protect I from his past life that he couldn't actually go through that twice. Witherman, yeah, and it's completely normal. That's an aspect that I brought up. It's the whole power and control cycle. You know, because he lost control and he couldn't save his mom, he couldn't save I. Therefore, where does that come out in? He couldn't protect anyone. So, and especially as a doctor, he couldn't save someone from a wound, which is kind of oof, you know. Therefore, how does that come out? How does that manifest? Oh, well, he has to control everything, right? It's very much a cognitive distortion and something at play. Okay, let's see it, guys. Ready? Go. 1. I already sent them. Plus, I blocked. I've covered my bases. 3.
なんでそこまでして妹の夢を潰そうとする？あの子は相当美人だし、案外いけるかもしれんだろう。
皆まで言うなよ。
Okay. 4. I'm not gonna go ahead and. 5.
絶対に。
このシスコンが過保護が過ぎるぞ。
俺一人でいい。
It's just me, okay? Another reference to self. 7. Out of like 10 lines that he did, 7 of them were him. 70% of his narrative is that he needs to take control, that he needs to do things. He could have used she. She didn't need to go ahead and do certain things. She didn't need the pressure of being inside of that idol. And as a writer, you know, you have the opportunity. Me alone, right? No, me alone, I alone, nobody else but me. There's so many aspects in the way that this short little frame was gone ahead and done, that it's the more interesting to know is the original translation might how much he uses. Yeah, if he's using a certain phrase or a certain aspect over and over and over again, what is that like as a narrative? And by the way, we're taking the narrative of the anime because I haven't read the manga. I don't read the light novels or anything like that. And this happens to a lot of us. A lot of us, the way that we use our words impact the way that we throw out there. I, Yoker, yes, I is quite literally being thrown out there. And it's both a metaphor, which is beautifully done, right? I will not let her do this. Oh, hold on. That's actually pretty beautiful. Plus, I blocked their number in her settings. I covered her bases. Ore.
なんでそこまでして妹の夢を潰そうとする？あの子は相当美人だし、案外いけるかもしれんだろう。
皆まで言うなよ。ルビーをアイドルにはさせない。
I not letting her become an idol. The reason why I'm emphasizing it like this, and this might be, of course, just a translation issue, but an idol, yeah. He's acting as I is correcting her mistakes, but impose that into Ruby. Yeah, yeah. So in a way, he can use himself as an aspect, and this is a beautiful double take. And even as a psychologist, I would eventually catch on to the way that like this person is speaking, right? And especially considering that his mom's name is I, right? Which is, are you using yourself as a reference to your sister not growing and you trying to take control, or are you using the imagery or the metaphor that you're using I, like I'm, but yet you're using AI first to go ahead and enunciate that your mom's dream is not to let her become an idol, so you must follow through with that. And only per your control is that allowed. In aspects like this. That's sort of where I'm at. AI. Oh man, but still, how much he uses himself as a center point, that's... It doesn't work like that in Japanese, but the translation makes this double meaning, double standard. Oh no. Aqua, stay back, you demon child. Stay back, you demon child. Protect your emotions. Don't go fucking Goblino, please. We don't need to see you manipulate people. No. He lost control. What is he gonna do? He was underground idol, shady fucking theater group. Stay away! Stay away! They probably don't treat people right. They probably have you working your ass off. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Caceres! Help me! Right? No, 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 don't fall for that shit. No, 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 no. Senor Pinguino, you fucking flat. No, no, don't fall into that shit. That's some fucking red flags. I'm sorry. Come see our performance and we'll talk about your contract there. Guess what? You're more than likely gonna hit by pressure. You're more than likely. I know Senor Pinguino just flew over to the other room. It's okay. It's okay. He threw the penguin. That's how you know I'm getting fucking pissed. Shady people will literally get you in. They'll use the concept of pressure in the performance to go ahead and get you in, right? So once you're in, say that you're watching this performance, guess what? Now there's the pressure of all the idols. Sure, you'll get to go ahead and meet them and talk to them, but now you have all of these people that are putting on these masks and putting on this pressure for you to go ahead and come through, right? You might have, once you're in, to do some unfavorable acts or, you know, pressure from individuals on top, in which they might only pick one or two individuals that put all their attention on them. And all the other individuals in this group might act salty or might feel salty because of all of that, dude. Aqua might do something super duper evil, dude. Yeah, because I've been through fucking theater troops, like in the good and in the bad. You know, I've gone through situations and whatnot, very very similar. Yes, Ed, kill your Pinguino. What would evil Ed do? I'm thinking about Aqua because Aqua is my main. Ruby's important. Do not get me wrong. But Aqua is, as a character, like Ruby is sort of the innocence that I wish that Aqua had. And I think this is why the show works so fucking well. Because Ruby is the path that Aqua could have had if he did not see I die. Oh. Hourly energy check-in. I'm actually doing okay so far. I hope it feels that way. Pink Cube, what's up, dude? Aqua is the... Aqua is literally the Ruby is the embodiment of what Aqua could have been if I did not die. Or if he did not see I die. Ruby is good while Aqua is the bad points. Yeah. So what would I do if Evil Ed is Aqua and I just hear this news and I'm like, I've lost fucking control. Someone out there has scouted Ceres. I gotta find out all about them. Hold on, boys. Hold on, boys. You know, it's Morbin time. Someone is taking my poor Ceres away, or Ophelia away. What do I gotta do? ABB. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing fine. Welcome. Welcome to my company. Right. Why don't we go ahead and get started? Why don't we go ahead and get started off of this? Right. So why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, Ed? Oh, well, you know, I'm a pretty good dude, I think, so far. You know, who's this French guy? Give us Ed back. Hit the shit out of the baguettes. I can't. I read that movie. How do come? This is, by the way, no piece for offense. I just had my beret down here. I'm fucking dying. Stop. I'm fucking dead. Stop. I know me way shape or form. I'm fucking done. I'm crying. No. Okay. And.exe stop processing. Okay. So what would I do, right? If I was like that, I would more than likely try and scout for information. I've had clients in the past who were in a relationship. I'm gonna go ahead and share this. I'm not gonna. It was a long time ago. It was around 7-8 years ago. They were in a relationship and they were presenting on the ASPD spectrum, and their significant other, their wife, they wanted so much control that they did not want them to have a job. They did not want them to interact with members of the male species, right? They did not want them to go ahead and do a lot of things out there, right? So what ended up happening when they were in a tough financial situation and their wife needed to go ahead and go get the job, you want to know what he did? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess, ladies and gentlemen. Take a wild guess. What this individual did? He stalked her. He became a private detective. He lost his job and moved on to this new job where she was working at. Had nothing to do with the company that he was working for. No, nothing in the field altogether. Why? Because he's closer. Oh yeah. And he got an inner working. He understood the inner workings of that company, and he was able to stay close to her because he was able to go ahead and keep an eye on her. What the fuck? So it's all about cycles of power and control. He became a little sussy, right? Small loan of $1 million. It's all about powers, like cycles of power and control. And in an aspect like this, he fit right in. That's the thing is, if you were to talk to him, he was the most charming individual you've ever met. He was incredible. The way he could socially talk and like put on his mask, if we're going to be real, and socially talk with others and whatnot, you would literally not think it. But inside being in the relationship with them, it was something else. And it was quite terrifying because individuals like this is where you might get symptoms of Stockholm syndrome, right? Because his wife, and without going into details, was like, I know that he's using me and I know that it's not okay, but if it's him, I'm happy with it. It was a lot of therapy. It was a lot of work. It was years of work. And so we finally were able to go ahead and solve those issues. Because if that doesn't scream red flags, I don't know what what does. But that was a lot of work, a lot of interpersonal work. But what I'm getting at is people that have lost huge aspects of control, especially as far as Aqua went for. Yikes! Anyway. To be fair, I could have also done this, right? Which is, oh, okay. So Saris wants to go ahead and be an idol, or Ophelia wants to go ahead and be an idol and a VTuber. Yeah, Nico, yeah. Let me go through and I'll become another idol as well. Yeah, you know. Hi, yeah, Nichols. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to, you know, Neko Ed or some shit, right? Some stupid thing to be involved. Some stupid, don't clip it, boys. Stay away. Stay away. Some stupid thing to be involved or to legitimately still keep an aspect of control. Neko did, no. Some things to go ahead and keep control or keep an aspect of control or involvement in wherever Ruby's going for. Evo Ed and Neko Ed and French Ed and everything. Ed is broken. I know, Rifle Lord. What have you guys done to me? What has OshiNoKo done to me, guys? We're 9 minutes in and we're like 2 hours in. I've got to find some way to stop her. I'm surprised Hold on. I'm surprised Mr. Finances over here doesn't fucking... He must be paid pretty good. He must be paid pretty good to not like to spill a secret. We don't even know Mr. Finances guy over here. You know... How you know shit's fucked up when it's bringing out everyone. I know. Like, he must be being paid... He deaf. Bro, I don't know what it is, but the fact that he's just there and he's listening to all of this and keeping his lips sealed. Right. Aww. So you raised Ruby. Who raised Aqua? The director? He did a great job. I raised myself. Oh God, not really. Most likely. I'm just talking about who he spent the most time with. Who did he form the most attachments with? And what I'm getting at is you have someone that's stuck in his room making masterpieces for others to see and understanding the realm of directing and whatnot. We might have Aqua turn out to be a fantastic fucking director in the future, or an actor or something like that. Because you honestly, like, when I've done a lot of acting in the past, I would take notes. I would take so many notes. I would fill up an entire notebook of just psychology, bro. Like, I would literally write down the psychology of the character that we were studying, the lines, all of these things to trying to get into, find out what the directors wanted me to go ahead and do. I would have, like, I think in the first videos of the ReZero videos I did back in the day, you could see some of like the stuff in the background change because I would have notes and I would have like pictures of the characters and I would have like 101 other variations of to like how I could go ahead and literally try and become the character to the best of their ability. Because that's sort of what like a good actor would become. But him having access to a director in that way, shape, or form, that's wow. Wow. I wonder how much of this is going to play an impact in his development. At what cost? Aqua uses an acting skills instead of manipulation and becoming a psychologist. I mean, you could. Aqua's gonna be the next great psychologist. We just don't know it yet. Oh, Nico!
こんにちは。ちょっといいかな。
Wait.
俺、 こういうものなんだけど。
Wait.
いちごプロ？
知ってる？
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm not. No, this is phenomenal fucking writing. Don't praise me, praise the writer. Legitimately. Oh no, he's hot. Legitimately, do not praise me, praise the writer. This is phenomenally well done. And this might even not even be done because the director, the author is thinking, oh, I have to go ahead and think about this as a you know, through a psychology point of view. He's thinking about this just as a person. If I was a person doing this, what would I do next? And that is beautiful writing. This is legit. Even how sometimes people go ahead and do things. You make this seem too easy. Nah, man. I'm not a wizard. I'm not a wizard. Evo Ed is on the telly. Carol wins. No. Aqua got mad Riz. I would also praise the artist. The author is. I'm shaking. I'm fucking shaking because the author is hitting so many points correctly about how a person who has lost control would act. The author is hitting so, and especially the way that he's molding himself and doing certain things. This is beautiful. This is ooh. Akasaka is just a really good writer. The art is done by a second person. This is wow. Mom? Yes, Eliana, we're only into... I thought you were up to no good. Bro!
とりあえずルビーがスカウトされたグループの実情を探る。地下アイドルもピンからキリまである。ろくでもない運営だったら議論の余地もないだろう。ルビーがアイドル云々の話はそこからだ。奈々ちゃんは今イリブって事務所で活動してるんだよね。
はい。
うちはそこよりいい条件を出したいと思う。
Bruh.
今どういう感じの条件で働いてるの？
His open-ended questions. The tactic he just used right here. He's using psychological tactics at work, and some of y'all, it might just zoom past us. It might just zoom past us because we're literally just watching this, like, and hearing the entertainment value of this. So, short-term statement, yes or no, right? Like, simple, going at building rapport quickly. Getting to the form of agreement. He knows where she goes, right? But here's a fucked up psychology technique. It's called a foot in the door technique, which is you start off by asking small things and growing into bigger and bigger aspects. As a psychologist, sometimes when in session you don't want to go ahead and open up, we can use the power of silence to go ahead and get you to feel the need to open up. Or we can use a foot in the door technique, which is something as simple as, so Bonfire, you drove today in your car, right? Yes. The moment that you say yes, it's a good enabler to go ahead and start opening you up with more open-ended questions, right? Which is, oh, so how was your drive down here? It's no longer a yes or no question. Once you start enabling and divulging more, I can get all the information I want. He's also establishing himself as someone in a position of power, which is going into Miller's theory, right? Empty chair would be if there was no one there, right? So a lot of people, a lot of psychologists, a lot of therapists fuck this up from time to time. It's an empty chair technique is only done if there is literally an empty chair, right? Other than that, it's turned into a psychodynamic technique. And you'll often see psychologists and therapists mix these techniques up. So a Gestaltian approach, otherwise known as an empty chair technique, is if I were to go ahead and have this chair be empty, and if I were to be like, so Aqua, if you could put your mom here, right, what would you say to her? What would that look like? And if you could tell her anything, she was here and she couldn't respond, she could only look at you or, you know, prompt them or so on and so forth. Of course, I wouldn't be that close to the chair. I'm only this close because of my headphones. Chair stream. That's sort of an empty chair technique. If I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, well, why don't you go ahead and like tell me about something that's more of imagery work through narrative perspective and blah, 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 right? But the way that he's opening her up is interesting. Assertment? Get her, like, raise her propinquity level up. And now it's like, all right, tell me everything. And I bet you the following questions after this is going to be something like, tell me a little bit about the dirt that's happening under there. Do you like the way you're being treated? So on and so forth, right? Because all of a sudden you raise someone's propinquity. This man has studied. This man has studied some good psychological openings. Rick, no. Tell me all the tea, baby. Tell me all the tea.
そこからライブ後のチェキ会で撮影枚数に応じてバックがあって、それがメインの収入。そこから衣装代とかもろもろ引かれていって、移動費とかメイク代とかも自腹だから、月収10万いかないことがほとんどかな。
$1,000 a month? If that?
今のグループに不満は。
そりゃありますよ。今運営に押されてる子いるんですけど、むちゃくちゃ悲劇で。なんでかって言ったらその子運営と付き合ってるみたいな。
Oh.
なんかうまいわけでも顔がそこまでいいわけでもないし、ガチ恋釣りで他のメンバーの客取るような子なのにさ、私は真面目にやってるのに運営がしっかりしてないから。
Oh. Aqua would actually be like the perfect spire hitman. Oh, this is terrifying though. This is fucking terrifying that Aqua just... Ooh.
跳ねないんだよ。メンバー内の空気最悪だし、何人か抜ける気配してて。運営もなんかスカウトしまくってるって聞くし、イチゴプロに移籍できるなら私は。
地下アイドルの運営って実績ある人もいるけど、アイドル好きが高じてやってる半分趣味みたいな人も多いのよ。もちろん今の子の話は
So their love of idols.
メンバー内の嫉妬や圧力、運営に対する不満がありもしない噂を生むなんてザラにある。
True.
そもそも若い女の子の集団をうまくまとめるのってめちゃくちゃ大変なんだから。ビーコ町の時も愛ばっか人気だったもんだからひいきって、思い出したらいいが。
どのみちそんな噂が立つようなグループにルビーを入れるわけにはいかない。
Again, the eye concept comes up again. This story is really Aqua's story. At least part of it is Aqua's story. This story is Aqua's descent into madness, I feel like. He's about to do some really fucked up shit coming up, isn't he? Like, throughout the entire light novel, manga, whatever, he is literally going to do some really, really fucked up shit that might make us question who we're rooting for. That's... Oh, fuck. I feel as though his moments... Because he's a person. I'm sorry. First and foremost, he's an individual. And I want to be straight up with you. He's a person. And judging a person by his actions is unfair. Because who are we to judge? We cannot judge a person's actions, right? The only thing because we don't even fully understand why certain things are happening. We can empathize with them, right? We cannot classify them or judge and be like, oh, you should have done this, you should have done that. None of that really fucking matters. And if you do that, that's not a cool way to go ahead and like build up your empathy skills. What we can go ahead and do is talk about what led them to make these certain actions. And that's what I'm more curious about. What made him do this? What made him get to this point where he has to control everything? What will make him do certain things later on? The other side of the same coin as a stalker slash murderer. Yeah. He'll become the Joker.
やりようはいくらでもあるよ。探偵雇ってネットにばらまいて。
そういう冗談は。
冗談じゃないけど。俺はルビーにアイドルやらせるつもりはない。少なくとも信頼できない運営の下では。ちなみにどう？今の子本当に。
ProXyt。
うちはアイドルもうやってないの知ってるでしょ。それに。仲間を悪く言う子を雇うつもりもないわ。
Yeah, that was an instant sign. If you're... Can we give some Doritos to the finance guy for literally shutting the fuck up throughout the entire thing? Like, can we honor the finance dude? Like, my dude gets to hear all of this shit, and he's still like, all right, I'm going home. It's just a normal day. NPC vibes, totally based. He's clocking in. This is work for him. He's like, whatever, man. I'm not gonna go and spill the beans. Finance guy minding his own business. Like, I don't give a crap. Just give me my finance guy is the dad, isn't he? No. To be fair, it probably is a normal day for him. But the finance guy is a Giga Chad. Yeah, absolutely. He's a Giga Chad. He's just like, all right, I'm here to do my work. Crazy shit happening. Apparently random, or might be back to being, you know, bringing in idols for now. What the fuck? We really let a teenager or a kid come over and make our decisions? All right, whatever. I don't care. I'm getting paid. Minimum wage energy there. He's the only guy there for the bag. It's entertaining. Yeah, I mean... I feel like we're the only channel out here that like loves the finance guy. We're gonna be the only channel out there, guys, from now on that loves all the background characters that like aren't even fucking significant. They're just there for a fucking scene. We're gonna just give them all the love and support because they get to handle all the weird shit that we don't get to see. From now on, every single time we see someone out there, the random PA guy, we are the finance guy's fan club. If we get to see like a random individual out there in the story, hey, that guy that guy made it, man. Finance guy is king. Oh, we need to take a screenshot of every scene's finance guy is in. Oh, dude, I know. From now on. Oh. Oh.
可愛いわよ。
やっぱ大事な日はおしゃれしなきゃだよね。はあ、楽しみすぎる。
ルビー、あなた本気なのね。
Is Aqua bad? Let me go ahead and throw this out there. Is Aqua bad? Through a psychologist's perspective, no. I will argue to anyone out there. Anyone. I don't care who the fuck you are. If you're on the internet and, you know, you're like, Aqua's such a bad character. Who could even like... That means that you're in all or nothing thinking, and that's a cognitive distortion. We live in a world of gray. And Aqua's an individual with a lot of trauma who clearly has cognitive distortions, just like a lot of people do, who might be on the ASPD spectrum, who might be going through so much, and so on and so forth. I'm sorry, but every person, if we base our decisions like of good or bad just based on one little value, that no one would be healing. And that's not a good way to go ahead and get people to go to kneel. Aqua's intent isn't malicious. Well, even if they were, even if his intent was malicious in some way, shape, or form, does that make them a bad person? Does that make them a horrible, utterly detestable person? It might make them a shady person, right? It might make them a person with bad intent. Or like that person whose like intents might be questioned. But does that make them bad? No. He's a human being. And I think this is why I love this show. And this is why I'm taking so long to like literally break apart and like analyze piece by piece. Because to me, these seem like real people. It seems as though the author wrote these characters like real people. Raccoon, thanks so much for the raid. I appreciate it. How was your stream? How you doing? Roleplay Twitter is here. Hi, Roleplay Twitter, Raccoon, and everyone there. The guys, we're analyzing OshiNoKo at the moment. Welcome on in. I'm coming from Far Cry 3. Doing bad things does not equal a bad person. Absolutely not. And also, if you were in Aqua's position, would you do the same thing? That's sort of what I'm throwing to you guys is, if you guys were in Aqua's position, would you do the same thing? It's just a very hurt. Yeah. In psychology, and even in psychology, we have a saying, right? Which is hurt people hurt people. And I'm not sure if that makes sense to y'all, but hurt people hurt people. Lord Wizard, what constitutes a bad person? Nothing really. Like it's upon your own definition. If Aqua sees himself as a bad person, then that's his prerogative, right? But it should not be our prerogative. The reason why I say hurt people is because if you're hurt, you're more than likely gonna hurt others. right? Imagine this. You just soaked your hands in paint and you don't know how to take it off. So you go around high-fiving others trying to go out and take off the paint until there's like little to no paint left on you. And then you find out you could have just washed it off. And all the people that you high-fived along the way, now they have a little bit of that red paint. He's troubled human. He probably thought that his adult mind was enough to be able to act rationally, which is what he's doing from his perspective. Yep. So there's no good or bad people unless, like in a psychologist setting, unless you label yourself as a good and or a bad person, we will never address you as such. And if you have a psychologist that says you're a bad person, get another psychologist. Get another therapist. I'm going to tell you this immediately. Your stories are your own. Your journeys are your own. We all do phenomenal things and we all do less than phenomenal things. You know, life is complicated and life is a life full of grays. But it's up to you and to how you define your journey. Hurt people use those phrases to cope with their pain. Don't use them as an excuse to hurt others. Yep. So let me change that question. What if I ask the same person to Ed the civilian, not Ed the psychologist? Does this mean OshiNo do psychology? OshiNo do psychology on the same? Probably. It's not paint, it's ice, blood, colorism. The bully was bullied. That's how we learned to bully. Yeah. Yep. They're the self-proclaimed villain. Yeah, in their own narrative. Absolutely. Anyway, sorry. Let's go ahead and continue. That's... Oh.
あなたがこれから入ろうとする世界は大変なところよ。売れなくて惨めな思いをするかもしれない。給料面だけじゃない。私生活でも。分かってるよ。それはアクアにも言われたって。ストーカー被害だってそこら中にありふれた話よ。それでも当たり前だよ。だってなれるんだよ。やっと私もアイドルに。絶対ママみたいになれるんだ。
Mi corazón.
本気だよ。ならそのグループに入るのはやめなさい。
No, don't tell me. Don't fucking.
本気でアイドル。本気ならうちの事務所に入りなさい。いちご。
Mama Miyako for the win. Mama Miyako comes in with the play of the game. Mama Miyako presses Q and does Death Blossom right now, dude. Oh, my corazón, dude. Best mom out there.
ここに割り印押して。割り印？よくわかんないけど、ここに押せばいいんだ。
Oh. Think about it this way. Hold on. Think about it this way. Sounds good, Sarah's. Appreciate you. Think about it this way. Well, I and Ruby will never get to be able to perform together. At least Ruby will still be performing, or will still be is becoming an idol with her mom. That that's shattering my fucking heart, dude. The more you think about it. Well, she never got to be an idol for her mother. She became at least an idol with her other mom. That's dude. My heart hurts. Just if I was Mommy Miyako, I'd probably be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. That's a deep thing. It's wholesome. It's if you pull anything, we'll sue you. Yeah, mom's gonna sue you.
芸能界入るために必要な手続きでもあるから怒らないでよ、アクア。
別に反対してない。
アクア君よく来たわね。
監督起きてますか？
ねえ、
Grandma.
いいわよ。叩き起こしちゃって。今日もご飯食べていく？
Wait, the director still lives with his mom? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have, or with this grandma, is that what it is? The guys, drop some Doritos for the director's mom, ladies and gentlemen, to all the mamas out there in the world. We love you. Oh, dude, that's some wholesome shit. That's some wholesome shit. He's just like me. I mean, think about it this way: he's not paying rent. Right, if he makes a movie, he maintains that money. Where does he live? Right, I think that's another area to take into consideration, like ecologically speaking, environmentally speaking. Is he in an area where he can commute to work or not? I can see where this could come into effect. I could see, like, especially if you live in like a big city, like if I were to live like in LA or something, and like say that my parents live like right center in between like all the agencies or whatnot. Might be better for me to stay with them than something else. Yeah, family for the win. A sign of the times, for real, for real. Reverb. Yeah, relationships would be something else though. That's...
Oh, 来たか。
おはようございます。
いい感じに編集してくれ。
了解。
Edit this real nice.
俺はまだ中学生。バイトもできない年だから現場で経験を積むこともできない。だから監督の下で弟子みたいな形で映画制作の手伝いをさせてもらってる。
Yeah, that's huge.
結局妹はアイドルの道に進むわけか。いいのかよ、お兄ちゃん的には。
どこの馬の骨ともわからんグループでやられるよりは。
True, but also chat. If Mama comes back in at any point throughout the series, we got to drop all the Doritos for her. We got to make sure Mama is fed, okay? I'm just letting y'all know. Like if she comes in, like I don't care, the season finale or whatever, we will literally we gotta go fucking wild with that, bro. Like that's so cute that they actually introduced an older like lady into like the whole thing, and it's not just a bunch of like cute looking kawaii characters. Like good.
今の俺は裏方志望。
Right.
また役者やる気になったんじゃないのか？妹と同じ高校受けるんだろ？
芸能科受けるのはルビーだけ。俺は一般科。
Hi Rose, how you doing, Rosie? Hope you're doing well. I was about to say your name, but
絶対役者になるって顔してたもんだが。
俺にとって役者というのは単なる手段だ。
Really well. I'm glad. How's everything been going? Bored as fuck on a Friday night? Bruh. Well, welcome on in. Aqua's grinding the final cut. But through this, I think this is what's huge, right? The dynamics in this, which is levels of control again, right? Where is he going? Why is he doing certain things? So on and so forth. Means to an end, yep. Guys, show some love to Rosie Chan. An incredible friend, incredible individual, everything, guys.
俺にとって役者というのは単なる手段だ。愛を死に追いやった男。
No, not again. Don't show. Oh no! Don't show that. Don't show that. That hurts.
俺の父親を見つけ出して愛の受けた苦しみを味わわせるための。くしくも奴を。
Absolutely. No, that'd be awesome, Rosie Chan. I'd love to. We should set that up sometime. That'd be great. That face is haunting, yeah.
体毛や粘膜の DNA 鑑定で特定できるはずだ。だけどそのためには芸能人に直接接触。
Which means you have to be a part of the entertainment industry. Let's not. Yeah, it's okay, Fin. You can always call me Ed. I prefer if people call me Ed than Mr. Wizard. But also, yeah, that means that you're more than likely going to have to be involved in the entertainment industry. Start figuring out who or what has positions of power, or start being able to go ahead and get some kisses from everyone and like trace their DNA or whatnot. You know, you have to be able, you have to be active in the scene, right? While at the same time pulling favors, like you scratch my back, I scratch your back, you know, that type of thing. Oh yeah, absolutely, Rosie.
役者はそのための最短手段だが、芸能界に関わるってだけなら AD でも裏方でも構わない。早くとはいえ、監督の作品に何本か出演させてもらってよくわかった。
In a number of your films?
俺には演技の才能がない。頑張ってるが売れない役者っていう 世の中に腐るほどいる人間の一人でしかなかった。俺は愛みたいに特別な何か。
I don't know about that.
分不相応な目標は持つべきじゃないんだ。
ガキが夢見なきゃ誰が夢見んだよ。やりてえこと諦めるなんて大学生になってからでもまだ早いぞ。いいか、20年夢を見続けてる中年からのアドバイスだ。
Oh shit, we're getting profound advice. He's only gonna say it once, chat. Yeah, that's an overgeneralization as well. Dude, Rosie, you gotta watch it. OshiNoKo is peak shit, dude. Peak amazingness. Oh, she'll be back. She'll be back, definitely. All right, guys. I love the fact that they do have this dynamic where they're talking, and I'm all ears. I'm ready to hear the sage advice coming from them. Like, please. That's the right to dream. Sure. Literally my mom. Whenever we're on stream. Whenever she comes and visits. No. Like last stream when my dad opened the door. Because he wanted to ask me something. Oh no. That always happens with the anime, no. I'm fucking dead, dude. Okay. I didn't know y'all were actually gonna flood the fucking chat with the no, not you too, dude. Oh god. Okay. Okay, well, we knocked it out. I didn't think it was gonna be this quickly. At least it's one and done. My mom when I'm playing with my friends. My mom when I'm watching like High School DxD and she comes in the sussy part. When I'm watching Kiss X Sis and she walks in. A Latina mom. Oh yeah, yes I is. But you told us, and oh dude, I'm dying. Oh my son. Oh man. Okay, did not expect to. Asian mom moment, dude. Dude. Oh shit. Okay, I'm sweating. That was a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. I did not expect that. I'm gonna back it up. All right, well, there we go. At least we dropped off the Doritos. It's not like at least she came back again for the series, right? It's a one and done, so he's gonna go get food. Yay. You can't win the lottery if you don't buy you don't buy a ticket. Miso soup. Oh, back to serious, okay. Why is she breaking my laws of expectation? Why is she breaking? I can't even fathom her psychologically. Just casually, literally a mom, dude. Literally a great. Why is this so dirty? The XQC's fucking maids in the background cleaning. Your mom whenever you watch anime. This is dude. This is amazing. This is amazing. The wizard has been defeated by the mother. Oh yeah, this is top shit, dude. Okay, back to serious. We're done. Are there? The difference is he's already got it made, right? He might be living with his parents' house, which fine, whatever, dude. Shit happens, life happens, situations happens. But he is giving you actually great advice. You have to go ahead and attempt. You have a talent for it, and you have to attempt if you want to get what you want out of it. You can't win the lottery, even when you win the lottery. Rosie Chan, we're not getting into that though. Sometimes you can win the lottery and have all the taxes taken away from you, but that's a different story. We're not getting into the darkness of that element. We're getting into the darkness that is like just quite literally him attempting. It takes action. It takes a form of him taking active steps to trying to get better and trying to go and ascertain himself. That's what's huge. So what he's saying is the solution for Aqua's mental issues is gambling. I don't think it's that far.
俺にも愛と同じような才能があると信じてた時期があった。だけど俺は愛みたいには。
あいあいあいあい、うるせえな。
あいあいあい。
お猿さんかよ。確かに愛はすごかったよ。本当に特別な人間だったのかもな。だけど、お前は愛にはなれないし、愛もお前にはなれない。
Bro's dropping down facts.
お前みたいな制作の知識があったか？お前みたいに頭の出来が良かったか？
Bro's dropping facts.
一度や二度の挫折でひよってんじゃねえ。そういう言葉は使える武器全部使ってから吐け。凡人面するには10年早いよ。役者やりてんだろ。顔に書いてある。
My dude, literally, okay, this that he did right now is so expertly done that I'm blown away. This is called examining the evidence, right? In psychology, this is called cognitive behavioral therapy, which is we will literally examine the evidence. You have a cognitive distortion. I will never be loved. I can never be perfect. I can never do this. We examine like all the other reasons why. Director's a great dad. Yeah, he's spitting facts, and it makes you go ahead and have those introspective moments. It makes you wonder, is it really true? Is this thought that I'm having really true? Right? And while he may still carry that thought with him, at least he starts the action change. Do you think he sees him as a father figure? I think he sees him more like a friend or someone that he can intellectually spar with, right?
お前は愛にはなれないし、愛もお前にはなれない。愛に今のお前みたいな制作の知識があったか？お前みたいに頭の出来が良かったか？一度や二度の挫折でひよってんじゃねえ。そういう言葉は使える武器全部使ってから吐け。凡人面するには10年早いよ。役者やりてんだろ。
Yeah.
顔に書いてある。
アクアは役者さん？
Will you be an actor? Oh, way to trigger that memory, man.
監督。
うん？
俺は。
アクア君もご飯食べてくわよね。
This mom just breaks me every time. She's amazing. I think all the NPCs, all the background characters in this show deserve all. I've never been so smiley from a show because it's just taking me out of my fucking like perspective. Like we were in so deep, and honestly, how true is this, guys? Where you might be having a deep conversation with your mom, with your significant other, your boyfriend, girlfriend, and everyone in between, right? And all of a sudden, your parents, if you're living at your parents' house when you were younger, or if you're still living at your parents' house, they just barge in like, "Hey, blah 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 blah." Oh, dude, she's the best character. I know, and he was about to get ready to open up and whatnot, and that just yeah.
ここは養東高校。中高一貫で日本でも数少ない芸能科のある学校。
Oh?
この芸能科は誰でも受けられるわけではなく、芸能事務所に所属している証明書が必要となる。
いちごプロ所属、星野ルビーです。
Isn't that kind of fucked up? You have to be a part of an agency, which they already know perpetuates a lot of drama and shit, for you to be a part of the talent department or the performance sector. Instead of just going in there and showing your merit and then working towards maybe finding good talent agencies, it's you have to be a part of a talent agency to interview and be a part of the performance side. I would think it would be the opposite way, where you perform and then you start gaining connections from the school to find a decent talent agency and not get into a contract with somebody that might take advantage of you in a vulnerability state, and then build connections inside of the school. Yeah, it's weird how this is kind of reversed. Well, you'd have to audition Unknown Silence. Like the way a lot of the way a lot of, like, for example, BFAs, MFAs, like big theater programs, big high school like actual like performance program is you audition to be a part of that sector, of that thing. Once you audition and you show your worth, then they let you in, and then they start helping you build your resume, build your portfolio, be able to go out and get those things, and then, you know, you go off from there. Not vice versa, where you, for example, for me, it'd be like, go get a theater troupe and then come back to us, because then that sort of defeats the purpose. Agencies are very different in Japan. They need to know that you're serious. Which is kind of fucked. Yeah, that's kind of fucked. Oof. Oof.
OshiNoKoAnime です。
すごい名前だね。偏差値70？なんで偏差値40のうちを受けたの？
97th percentile.
そこまで興奮に魅力を感じたの
？Tokyo National Medical University. My dude's a genius and he's just trying to get there to be close to Ruby. Bruh.
どうだった？
多分平気。そっちは？
問題ない。万一弾かれるとしたら。
And you know how you mentioned that husband working at the same place as his wife? Holy shit! Wait up! You're right, Bonfire. Okay, now we're getting into a scary place. Bonfire said, Ed, you know how you mentioned that husband working at the same place as his wife? I got fucking chills, bro. You said that comment, I have fucking chills. Like, whoa. I did, whoa, okay. Fucking shake it out. No, Rosie Chan. The what I was talking about is I had a client a long time ago who he was essentially going through a lot of trauma and wanted, like, aspects of control. Like, for example, he did not want his wife to work. He did not want his wife to have male friends or, you know, interact with anyone of the male kind. He did not want his wife to do a lot of things, right? But they fell into some financial difficulties. His wife got a job, and because of that, he actually quit his job and moved into his wife's job, right? And he's socially charming, one of the most charming individuals out there. Like, you wouldn't even know it, but that's the mask that he wears because he's trying to control everything. Oh, she can't talk to, she can't even look at her colleague that way. Oh, that colleague gave you her number. That's right, she gave you that number because she wants you to go ahead and go through with her, right? And so that way you can meet some other people on the side, right? And it's like that form of, like, control in some way. What if Ai's husband worked at Strawberry? Oof. I feel like Aqua's motive here is a little bit different, doing it out of a prospective business. Right. Exactly. It could have been for a different reason, but still following the same train might be a little oof. But take his medical exams and pass at his age. He really doesn't need to go to school at all. Timo Brand, yo, thank you so much. I'm glad that level 100 control freak. Yeah, well, I mean, what did he lose, right? And that's a big concept that I'm getting at. In episode 1, he lost control. He lost things that he could control. He was a doctor that couldn't save anybody. He was an individual, because he was a kid, that couldn't save anybody. Imagine this. I'm a therapist. I'm stuck in a baby's body. And I see someone going through a mental health breakdown and I can't save them. That would fuck me up. I would lose I would try and control everything in my life. Because at that point, that's the only thing I can go ahead and control. And psychologically speaking, that's sort of what trauma is. He couldn't save Serena either. So many aspects, dude. So many aspects. That's what I'm saying is, these characters, if you treat them like real people, they tell such an amazing story. They tell a really interesting story.
確かに本名星野アクアマリンだもんね。みんなめんどくさがってアクアって呼ぶけど。
Hey yo. That's girl number 1. He probably doesn't even remember you. Or he'll say he does it in order to keep you away. Oh no. I'm thinking like Evil Ed. I'm like, what would I do if I was in his position? Yeah, because you want them to come back to you. Who? Is she a salt liquor? Hold on. What is this? What is this? What is this? Come on, can we get this as an emote, please? Can we get this as an emote, please? Must be a JoJo reference. Who can lick baking soda? The genius. Okay. My Roomba. Oh, crying 10 seconds. Kana.
久しぶり。ここの芸能家だったのか。
よかった。ずっとやめちゃったのかと。
Hey yo.
やっと会えた。
Hey yo.
入るの？うちの芸能家入るの？
Okay, careful, Aqua, because you might fall into a trap where she's happy you're here because she might want to power over someone. So she might want to go ahead and be like, look at how much I've grown throughout the years. That type of a thing. So you got to win her heart, man. You got to go in there and just like softly caress her heart the way that like Satella softly caresses Subaru's heart, you know. Goofy redhead, a cute redhead, bro. It's a cutie. Power over versus power with dynamics. I know. All right, back it up 10 seconds. Oh, that's such a genuine. Is that it? No way it ends there. No fucking way. Ladies and gentlemen, no way that it just ends there. What? We still have the ending. We're gonna analyze the ending right now, but what? Ending time. What up, Nate? How you doing? Ziando. Guys, watch this ending. I will, Kaiji. Guys, can we give a shout out to Kaiji, by the way? And this stream is already 3 hours long, by the way. This stream is about to hit 3 hours. This is beautiful. This is a show that I can talk endlessly about. Yeah, we're gonna listen to the full ending and then we're gonna go back and analyze it. So YouTube, if you're hearing this, you more than likely might get a muted first part and then we're gonna go back through and analyze it. Does that sound good, chat? Chat, how do you feel about that? And then at the very end, I should probably give my full thoughts right now and before we go into the ending. So let me get my full thoughts right now, and then we'll go into the ending. I'll start off by saying this. Hi, guys. If you guys liked it so far, at least all the way up to here, make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe. If you guys are here and you guys are lurking on Twitch, guys, make sure to hit that follow button. It is going to be OshiNoKo Fridays every Friday, ladies and gentlemen, at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we will always be watching every episode as it comes out and analyzes it every Friday here. Next Friday we have a friendly EU stream, which means I'm going to be starting early from around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, watching a lot of anime that's chosen by you guys and going all the way through. Aside from that, let's go into some of the big observations. A couple key things. At the very end, we're going to do an Aqua case study, but a couple key things to go ahead and point out. The development between Ruby and Mama-chan here is huge, right? Just wanted to pop in and say hi. I will watch the VOD later on. Tonight's pretty late. Appreciate it, Next Gen Gamer. You're amazing. I know what I'm going to be doing every Friday then. Timo Brand, appreciate it, man. You guys are absolute goats. The relationship between Ruby and everyone else, it's like Ruby is the protected child in a way, right? Ruby is the protected child that they want to go ahead and grow up and have her aspirations and lead her to the goal that she wants her to be. And through that, the question is, what would have happened if the roles were switched, right? Because right now we're seeing two different versions. The pure version of like Ari's dream, of Ruby following her dreams, and then the darker version, which is Aqua and his journey and his path that he might lead down, which is terrifying. And as we go through this, one key aspect that's popping out to me is how much trauma plays effect on these characters' roles, their interaction, their life, the way that they grow and expand, and the way that they impact others. Sociologically speaking, an aspect that comes into mind is Bronfenbrenner's ecological theory. You guys can look this up, by the way. Everything I'm talking about is theory, is straight up theory. And it's how we impact our environment and our environment impacts us, right? So this is before we even get to the ED, because I think this is important that we go ahead and talk about. And if we were to put Aqua in this, right, I think one big thing that we would get into is the fact that he's more than likely going to start impacting this entertainment industry almost rapidly. The amount of control that he has makes me wonder if he's going to go ahead and start controlling this newly formed group that Ruby went into, and if he's going to start controlling and gatekeeping who can interact and who can't interact with her. I have a feeling that for this girl number one that appeared right now, is he also going to go ahead and start controlling her in some way, shape, or form, because he was an aspect of her past, of his past specifically. That's sort of where I'm coming towards, right? Which is, what are the expectations needed to break into Aqua's circle? As my mind develops and thinks about all of these fractions, I'm wondering, what are the expectations? What are the requirements? What does he expect out of himself in the long run? And how does he expect to get himself there? I'm thinking more in Aqua's long-term goals and perspectives, and I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared because I see a person that's broken, that has a lot of cognitive distortions, as talked previously, and who is literally hurting. A hurt person's gonna hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. And when we're breaking that down, we're breaking through an individual who might need a lot of work, and who might take it out on his attachments, and who might cause a lot of attachment disorders going forward. I find Aqua to be one of the most interesting individuals. Is he a bad person? No, absolutely not. And I will state this over and over again. He is not a bad person. However, he's an individual that's been hurt, and an individual that's hurting, that might hurt others in the process. What the fuck was that? Oh, it's so good. It's so it's delicioso. I'm gonna fucking eat it all up. This is delicioso, man. We're going through with no audio this time. I have chills. That song, the song, the visuals. Let's talk about it. I have a couple things that I wrote down here. This is whoa, oh man, you sound like those chicks on TikTok who fake eat for money, right? We're done just now. No, we're not even done. We still need to do Aqua's case study in a bit. Coffee. We're 3 hours in for a 20-minute episode. Coffee. Okay, so clearly showing. Is this really Ruby? Why does this not look like her? This looks like someone pretending to be. Oh, hold on. I'm breaking it down. Okay. Aqua, Ruby. We'll leave it like that. Girl number one, right? The Shatterer. Which is interesting that it's a star. Coffee, thanks so much for the sub. I appreciate it, man. You're a goat. Yep. It's interesting that the concept here. Hold on. Is the star breaking? Star children, right? Which might be genius children, which might affirm to like a shattering of collection, a shattering of dreams and expectations. And even in an aspect, if we were to go ahead and put them in a form of relatedness, right? It's interesting how this star is built, which is 1, 2, 3 points, 1, 2, 3 points, one on the dark side, one on the light side. So I wonder if we were to go ahead and put this as a frame of reference, if we could put Ruby on one side and Aqua on the other, who are these other people that are going to fill the joints of the star? If we have girl number 1, girl number 2, girl number 3 here, who are the other 3 people that might fill in the star? Is this going to be Mama, director, and someone else? Aqua of the star. This is interesting. And especially the shattering of dreams, the shattering of expectations, the shattering of even like a children's roles in this. It's big. But also, why does he look so much like the stalker? Like, he looks like a straight up, like, coming in with like this is what I wrote down, dude. I wrote down first one is he looks a lot like a stalker walking down an endless path. Like not even like a stalker, but someone trying to come into the feelings of what it means to be there. Right? So we have this scene. And then this is something I found big, which is he's projecting his childhood on the big screen. And this is actually a narrative and attachment work that we often do, which is if you could sit down and project your life, your childhood onto a big screen in front of you, what memories come to mind and what do those mean to you, right? Which is awesome to see this, but it also might mean that he's stuck there. So Aqua might be stuck on the past while Ruby is moving towards the future. And it's also kind of funny that this is a projector. So he might be projecting aspects of himself into the past, right? He seems to be a sign of him being a stalker and using everything to validate his actions. It's associated. Yeah. Well, my thing is quite literally just taking in the material effects in here. A projector, an older style projector. Sorry if you can hear my dog. He goes a little wild whenever he hears the ambulance. He's projecting his childhood on the screen and idealizing it. It's sort of like a movie. He's taking the act of the stalker. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so I wrote that down, like projecting, like what? Okay, we have Ruby, beautiful. He's walking down the stairs, i.e., even morally speaking, this is hard. Okay, he's a doctor. He was a doctor, and he's walking down the stairs, probably walking down into like the morally gray, or darker areas, if you will, and Ruby's going up the stairs. Think about that, dude. What? Bro, I keep getting ads about sex therapy unnamed. Hey, yo. The way Aqua is descending while Ruby is ascending. Yeah. Let's back it up. Back it up. And then this brought up my whole concept of identity again, which is, are they the same person that was in the hospital, or are they now Ruby? Same thing with the doctor. Are they the doctor, or are they Aqua now? Or is it a mix of both? This, for me, I put chasing shadows. I put, sometimes the biggest shadow you can chase is yourself, and with that is, are you chasing is he hopelessly chasing the expectations of what may be rather than what is? Because he might be chasing nothing but shadows for a long, long time and might end up like literally on the verge of giving up in many aspects. Threat of fate, of course. Right. Then I thought of this. How many people will start relying on Aqua? Right? Or how many people's journeys will be relying on Aqua? And is Aqua just drowning into his own sea of vengeance? Is that the weightlessness that he needs? Is that the only thing that he sees in front of him, which is chasing a false reality? While Ruby is searching and aiming for her goals in an actual reality or something like that, his is like he's reaching for something that doesn't exist, which is why it dissipates, and he's being dragged down by all of these threads. Yeah. Aqua isn't in control. Again, True, Real Grim. Aqua is not in control again. And if we keep looking at perspectives like this, Aqua is always being shown as though he's under something. Let's back it up real quick. He's going down. She's going up. Power dynamic, right? She's sitting up top. He's down in the floor fighting his shadows. She might be, you know, she's on top seeing, you know, also what are, this might be his shadows. She's on top still seeing outside in a protected window. He's over here about to drown and about to go under while she's on the rooftop. Different playing fields that they're going through. Like that's insane. The imagery in this is insane, and even putting the characters in different power dynamics just like that. The Red of Fate imagery, yeah. Him being dragged down, he's not in control. That's oof. See, she's in a rooftop. Snow, purity of snow, so on and so forth. Like, and her action, both of them reaching. Boom, his hand disappears. He loses himself in the process by trying to go ahead and like hang on to his childhood. It does. Absolutely it does, Curb. He's letting himself succumb to what he thinks is his fate of getting revenge. Yeah. Wow. Wow. What a wow. Holy bananas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm shook. I'm shook. This is... I can't even say it. I should read the lyrics. I'll probably read the lyrics at a later point, but this is... I think once he lets go of his path and he's able to start moving forward, he'll start actually doing amazing things, but... All right, guys. I'm going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we are doing... we're going to diagnose... We're going to find out... Not diagnose, but we're going to find out if Aqua fits the requirements for ASPD. And we're about to go a little bit deep on Aqua. Like, just a little bit deep. Guys, we are 3 hours in for a 20-minute episode. Oh... Guys, if you guys like the content that you guys saw so far, if you guys like the analysis, so on and so forth, if you guys are here on Twitch, hit that like button, follow, rather well said, follow. It costs absolutely nothing, guys. I don't expect any subs. I just, you know, if you guys like it, feel free to come and support, so on and so forth. Honestly, I don't know what else to say other than, like, this show is fucking impressing me every single time. Guys, Blue Cloak, I appreciate you so much. You're an absolute G. You're amazing. I appreciate you a lot. Hope you practice that self-care. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, give me a quick minute, a minute 30. Go get some snacks, go get a drink. I'll be right back. We're quickly going to go to the restroom. Do what you need to do. As soon as I come back, we're doing a deep dive. We're looking at the DSM-5. We're looking at something specifically for it. Wow. I'm blown away. And I hope you guys have been blown away. I hope you guys have been able to learn something or take some concepts away that we've talked about so far. Holy bajolies, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in, welcome on in. Guys, this might be a part of the post-show, whatever. You guys might see this at the end. Welcome on in case you guys made it this far. Congratulations, you have made it past like 2 or 3 hours. You guys were absolutely fucking goats, which brings the total, a grand total of the reaction for 2 episodes of OshiNoKo to over 8 hours. That probably makes this the longest like analysis / reaction to 2 episodes of a show ever. Oh dude, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are absolute goats. Well, off to sleep, I guess. Have a great stream. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate you. I hope you have a great night. Stay safe, man. Appreciate you so much. I needed some water, man. I had run out of water for a good portion there. I was running out of everything. With that being said, guys, the way that we do this is we take into consideration Aqua, we break down its barriers, we go into so on and so forth. The first episode was an hour 20, true. True, Timo Brennan. Absolutely true. So what we're about to go ahead and go into is, I have a specific question, right? Which is, do you guys think that he is a psychopath or a sociopath? I'm going to use DSM-4 terms for this. For Aqua, do you think that he would fall into a psychopath or a sociopath? Oh, coffee! Holy shit! Thanks so much for giving out 2 subs, man. I appreciate you. Guys, drop some Doritos for him. A sociopath. Okay, well, let's go ahead and break this down. Okay, a sociopath. Predisposition to violence is high, impulsivity is high, behavior is erratic, criminal behavior, tendency to leave clues and act on impulse, criminal predisposition, tendency to be impulsive or opportunistic criminal behavior, can empathize with close friends or family, will feel guilty if they get hurt. Psychopath, it varies, their behavior is very controlled, tendency to participate in schemes and take calculated risks to minimize evidence or exposure, tendency to premeditate crimes, controllable risk, criminal opportunism, fraud, calculated or opportunistic violence, lies. Social relationships may seem superficially normal in social relationships, but has no attachment, empathy, or conscience. Hold up. Thanks so much for the follow, this rice eater. I appreciate it. You're an absolute legend, absolute goat. No. Combo path. May hurt family and friends without feeling as guilty. Values relationships that benefit themselves. This is sort of why both of them have been turned into, in the DSM-5 at least, they've been turned into the antisocial personality spectrum. Yeah. And true, Timo Brendan, that's exactly it. Like back in the day, that's the big difference. Is one of them you were born into, the other one you were sort of like socially influenced into. And that's a big impact on this. This is just one interpretation of it, which I wanted to go ahead and bring up just to get your minds going. Like, this is more like a spectrum. Exactly. This is a lot more like a spectrum that we're going through it. Because this is a question that I'm asking myself the more that I'm trying to go ahead and see it. And let's go ahead and use this as the next one. Do we feel like Aqua would use coercion and threats, ladies and gentlemen? Is he the type of individual that would use coercion and threats in order to protect Ruby? Is he the type to intimidate others? Is he the type to use emotional abuse? Let's putting him or her down, making him or her people feel bad, so on and so forth. Is he the type that would use isolation? Is he the type to minimize, deny, or blame? Found you from your Moshiko Tensei analysis on YouTube in that monster 5-hour OshiNoKo video. Finally, cheers to the content. Dude, the Rice Eater, thank you so much, man. We're on episode 2, and this is already 3 hours, this Rice Eater. I appreciate you so much. Thanks so much for coming through and following, man. It means the world. We do this every Friday, by the way, in case you want to come and join. Probably everything but use children. Oh. I mean, to protect Ruby or protect I, the memory of I, what is he not willing to use? And that's a big question I have with this. So then there is an issue with power and control. We can assert that, yeah? There is an issue with power and control. So what is his... Not this one. What is his attachment style, ladies and gentlemen? What is Aqua's attachment style? Does he downplay the importance of relationships? Is he usually extremely self-reliant? Can he become vulnerable when there's big crises? Is he anxious? He only avoids the last 3 here. What do we feel like? Avoidant, fearful, more dependent in relationships than avoidant, strongly fears rejection, has low self-esteem, has high anxiety in relationships. I think he might be a mixed. I think he might be ambivalent or ambiguous, and that like he probably goes from one into the other depending on who's there. For Ruby, I feel like he might fear his sister rejecting him at some point. I feel like for everyone else, he might downplay the importance of the relationships and be extremely self-reliant and everything. But if Ruby were to reject them, oof. If his only family were to reject them, oof. Imagine if I were to reject them, oof. I think that's sort of where it might come in. And that's where it comes in, Zagusu. And I wonder if the show's going to play with that, right? That's a big aspect I wonder if the show's going to go ahead and play with. Is because you could make this into a beautiful scene if you really wanted to. Like, say that, like, this idol, you know, she were to blow up as an idol and she signs into another agency. And say that the agent that was, like, a part of that idol company or whatever was Ruby's and Aqua's dad. And this is her dream to become an idol. Would Aqua, right, and if you're going to go ahead and go through this thing, protect Ruby, or would he go after his revenge? What is more important, his sister or the obligation towards himself? Knowing the fact that he will forever be rejected and thrown away and all of these things by his sister, or... Oh, and that's a mixed question for chat. How's it going, Jateris? Decided to catch a stream before I leave for a bit. Jateris, I appreciate you so much for stopping by, man. Absolute goat. I appreciate you so much. Revenge is driven by his loss of control. It probably is, but he'd lose control if he lost his sister, you know. He could protect Ruby since she's like another eye. I'm throwing out these questions because they're actually like thoughtful questions. They're good questions to start thinking and analyzing stuff with, right? Horesmi, I cannot answer this question. Guys, hold on. I want you to drop some love and Doritos for Horesmi real quick. Horesmi, I know that like you might be in a very stressful and war-torn area, man, but know that like at least thoughts, like genuine, like my thoughts and my prayers and nothing but good luck for you, man. I hope that you stay safe. Even if I don't know you personally, man, I love you. I hope you know that like I genuinely like worry in every aspect like that, dude. And like I hope nothing but the best for you, man. And I hope that things calm down soon enough so that you can just come in and enjoy everything. Yorbo, what's up? How you doing, man? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, man, like I sincerely appreciate you, and I'm just letting you know that, dude, because it's a lot. It's a lot, dude. But Yorbo, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, now that we're getting this stuff out of the way. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. What the fuck? Why is this not changing? Give me a second. Here we go. There we go. Trying to bring up another theory. For Aqua, where is he in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Sorry, Moshiko Tensei stuff on YouTube. I figured I'd pop on in. Yorbo, well, thanks so much for popping on in, man. I hope you know we're gonna go do Moshiko Tensei as well, week by week when it comes out, and it might be as long as this and or longer. I use OBS. It's just easier than Streamlabs. Streamlabs takes a lot of my power away. Where is Aqua in all of this? What up, Matterfield? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. I feel like Aqua has his basic needs met, yeah. Streamlabs, bad. I feel like honestly, Aqua needs his esteem needs. Yeah, I feel like he might have his esteem needs like hurt a little bit, and he might not have any friends or intimate relationships aside from his sister and aside from Mama, right? I feel like his psychological needs are not met, so he's in here, and this is probably where a lot of the show's gonna be in for the rest of the season, right? I feel like a lot of this show, we might start looking into him trying to make either relationships or fake relationships going down in the future because of this. Because he doesn't have intimate relationships, right? Because he doesn't really have a lot of friends. Maybe feelings of accomplishment and taking in prestige, so on and so forth. This is sort of where I feel like the show might take Aqua, and or we might go ahead and like going through situations like this. Cough me? By the way, this is all out there, dude. This is all just quite literal fucking theory. And that's why I love it. Because, like, this is basic psychology. I'm not doing any fucking wizardry. I'm not doing anything like that. All right, boys. We're looking at Aqua in terms of in developmental style now, right? This is, I believe, Erickson's developmental theories. Where is he? He was at least 30 before dying, right? But currently he looks to be an adolescent. So he might be in between both. He might be Let me take some water. Holy fuck. That medicine's making me thirsty, man. Key questions to be answered. Who am I and where am I going? And also, again, I talked about his identity issues that might pop up. Am I loved and wanted? Identity and role confusion versus intimacy and isolation. Says, teens need to develop a sense of personal identity, of self and success leads to an ability to stay true to yourself, while failure leads to role confusion and a weak sense of self. The second one, young adults need to form intimate, loving relationships with other people. Success leads to strong relationships, while failure leads to loneliness and isolation. One thing that this doesn't go into is the fact that failure results in manipulation in relationships. Failure leads to relationships becoming toxic and whatnot. Alienation and a lot of other aspects. This is wild, guys. I hope you guys know that, like, by breaking this down, are you guys starting to understand Aqua a little bit more and where he is? Is it even a good idea to be Aqua's friend, right? Or are you not just a pawn in a chessboard? That's a good question. There's so many good questions, guys. So many phenomenal questions being asked. I love his character. Espiritu, yes. And that's why I'm bringing this up, because, like, we're 3 hours into an episode, dude. Like, holy shit. Last one, it was a 1 hour and 30-minute episode, and this is a 20-minute episode, and we're 3 hours in. Like, I'm mind blown. I'm mind blown. But this is why I bring this up. Where does he fall in when it comes to a situation like this? Is he going through identity issues, or is he going to go through intimate relationship issues, or both? Because this is where he's at. He's in between the middle of these two coming forward. And that, again, where did Maslow's hierarchy of needs fall, guys? What did we say that Maslow's hierarchy of needs was going to fall? Oh, that's right. Intimate relationship and friends. It's almost like they wrote it like it was real people. It's almost like psychology, I don't know, talks about realness, real people and whatnot. Do I think the show is going to continue, like, specifically on these aspects? Probably. I hope so. That's sort of what realistically would happen. So I genuinely hope so. Now for the real one. We've done Brofenbrenner. We've done 101 other aspects. I could bring up schemas and other things, but I don't think that would be helpful. I think what would be helpful, however, is... Hold on. Where's it at? I just brought it up. Page 659. Guys, this is the DSM-5. It's the Diagnostic Statistic Manual for psychologists. This is not the TR version, which is the latest version. This is a previous version, which I still use for diagnosis. Well, a lot of this long reaction was tying up in discussion what happened. I don't think the next episode was good. Honestly, Mark, I don't know. Will it? Psychology is real. We have to understand the majority of this. Okay, antisocial personality disorder. Let's go ahead and look at this, right? We're going to go ahead and treat him as an adult, just for the sake of ease of this, right? Otherwise, it'd be a conduct disorder, which, sure. It has to meet 3 or more of the following. Are you guys ready? I'm going to zoom in. 3 or more of the following for this. Failure to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behaviors, as indicated by repeatedly performing acts that are grounds for arrest. Impersonating people, lying, you know, so on and so forth. I think he meets the first one. What do you guys think? Number 1, does he meet it? I think so. The fact that he was willing to go ahead and lie about so on and so forth, becoming a fake, yeah. Number 2, deceitfulness, as indicated by repeating lying, use of alias, or conning others for personal profit or pleasure. I think he meets the second one. It doesn't need the arrest part. It just needs... 3, impulsivity or failure to plan ahead. That's a no. 3 is a no. Number 4, irritability or aggressiveness, indicated by physical fights or assaults. We have not seen it, so that's a no. Number 5, reckless disregard for the safety of self or others. At the moment, I haven't seen that. At the moment, I guess I haven't seen that. Number 6, consistent irresponsibility by repeated failure to sustain consistent work behavior, honor financial obligations, or so on. I haven't seen that. He has a disregard for his father's safety. Number 7, lack of remorse, as indicated by being indifferent to or rationalizing having hurt, mistreated, or stolen from another. A 7 is a yes. I feel like if it's not his family members, with that, does he meet 3 or more of the following so far from episode 2? That's still lack of remorse, Quicksilver. It's not saying complete remorse removal. That's a lack of remorse. That's meeting it. As a psychologist, that for me is meeting it. If you tell me you selectively disregard someone, you have lack of remorse. Because that doesn't mean that you completely remove remorse. It means that you're selective with it. It means that you're not full on with it, you know? It's better that I hurt Ruby by crushing her dreams instead of her being murdered. Ooh, Aurelion. Disregard regards for safety is a big yes. Oh, this one, number 5? In previous episodes, he says he is willing to abandon his life for revenge. Well, there you go. That means 4. That means 4 or more. I would say yes. For number 1, I would say yes, only because if he told me, if he was in front of me and he was telling me that he was pretending that he quite literally made this whole, like, thing. How do I put it? Like, the whole contacting people to cancel, withdraw her appointment, calling her, all of this, that's deceit. No, this is just for criteria A, my friend. For this, I already said we're going to treat him like he's an adult. Yeah, I said we're going to treat him like he's an adult. Otherwise, this is a conduct disorder. So, as an adult, if he turns, like, if he's 18, I'm sorry, this is APD. This is antisocial personality disorder. And even 4 is pretty big. That's pretty huge. Hold on, boys. Could it be PPD? No, I don't think so. Chronic feelings of emptiness. We haven't really seen that. Transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. I guess paranoid ideation would be one. I haven't really seen 7 on this one. Suicidal behavior, gestures, or threats. Well, we have seen 7. Okay, so then 7. Probably 9, right? Probably 9. No? Are you guys saying no to 7 or no to all of them? Let's break it down. Let's go step by step. Frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. Let's take it back. Number 1. Frantic efforts to avoid real or imagined abandonment. Really? So he's... What about I? Or Ruby? To avoid, my bad. I thought it's cling. Gotta sleep. Appreciate you, Leona. Yeah. I feel like he's not avoiding it, so that might be a no. Number 2, a pattern of unstable and intense interpersonal relationships by alternating extremes of ideation and devaluation. What do you guys think? Number 3, identity disturbance. Unstable self-image or sense of self. Seems like he'd be burned by his relationship by Ruby. Number 2 is... Okay. Number 4, impulsivities in areas that are potentially self-damaging. Does not include suicidal or self-mutilating behavior. Number 5, reoccurrent suicidal behavior, gestures, or threats, or self-mutilating behavior. 4 is a no. How about the suicidal behavior? No again. Number 6, affective instability due to marked reactivity. So affect is moods. Affect is talking. Is he not consistent? Yes, but no thing. I know, Harukami. 7, chronic feelings of emptiness. inappropriate, intense angers or difficulty controlling anger or moods. The ending shows the ideas of emptiness. Yep. 9. Transient stress-related paranoid ideation or severe dissociative symptoms. I have to get to my dad. I have to get to my dad. I have to get to my dad. I would think so. A disregard for your own life could present as something like that. So this is a big mixture. 9. What do you think? You don't know? Yeah, yep. Although this meets some of it, I don't think it meets enough. Because this is 5 or more. You know? Or being the big kind here. Right? I feel like because we hit 4, maybe 5 with this one, it might be something to look into for the future as we go through with the series. But there's a couple things that I haven't seen, which is the impulsivity. Right? Or at least the reactivity of mood in some instances. But does this one fit better? Does this one, antisocial personality disorder, fit better for you guys? Especially for the pattern, the diagnostic criteria that we've seen. I think so. Again, lack of remorse does not mean that you don't have remorse. It just means that you don't show it normal as most normal people would. Yeah. No suicidal thoughts so far. Surprisingly, and his anger is more controlled and intense. Doesn't meet the vibe, to be honest. It doesn't sound like it comes from that place. Well, paranoid ideation could come from like, oh, everyone's coming after me. I have to get like, it doesn't even have to be like everyone's coming after me. It could be like, oh, the industry is involved in it. Everyone's a secret. Everyone knows a secret but me. You know. So would you guys agree that this one fits a little bit more? What do you guys think? Especially deceitfulness, failure to conform. Reckless disregard, probably as we continue on forward. Well, with this one, I'm gonna be honest. I would give 5 a big one if like he were to like manipulate someone to try and harm themselves, or try and come up as like the white knight in shining armor for someone in an aspect like that. Like if you were to play people like pawn pieces, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna jump in here and say it's antisocial personality disorder. If some episode going down the line we find that he's playing people like pawn pieces, either to like gain sympathy, or vice versa, where like, you know, he's playing the cards where he's in the sympathetic role and like crying and putting on a show, or the other way where quite literally it's like they're gonna like hurt themselves in some way, shape, or form, and he steps in as a white knight. Yeah, Rudy would fit some of these. I think that this one might fit a little bit more. The salt licking technique. So would he fit it? Probably. Am I diagnosing him with it? No. But is it interesting to look at Aqua as an individual with an antisocial personality disorder, i.e. being in the spectrum in between a sociopath and a psychopath? Yeah, I think so. I think looking at him with this lens gives us more of a criteria to understand that, hey, it is a spectrum, right? So you can go from one ideation to the other and find out that there's more to it. Quicksilver, YouTube brought you here. I think that's honestly pretty fucking awesome. I don't know about you guys, but for me, like actually coming down and seeing some of this solidifies some things for me. It solidifies a little bit of a train of thought and why he does what he does. And by the way, early childhood trauma, I'll read it to you guys. Hold on, let me find it. So you guys understand what I'm talking about, and people out there are like, oh, he's diagnosing people. I'm not, because we don't know the full story just yet, right? Is a pervasive pattern of disregard for the violation of rights of others that begins in early childhood or early adolescence and continues into adulthood due to trauma, my friends. This pattern is also referred to as psychopathy, sociopathy, or dissocial personality disorder, because deceit and manipulation are the central features of an antisocial personality disorder. It might be helpful to integrate or require clinical assessments, yes, which we would go ahead and do at some point, right? Let's go ahead and jump down. Conduct disorders. Yep. Let's go ahead and come on down here. The pattern of antisocial personality disorder continues into adulthood. Individuals with antisocial personality disorders fail to conform to social norms with respect to lawful behavior. They may repeatedly perform acts that are grounds for arrest, whether they are arrested or not, such as destroying property, harassing others, stealing, or pursuing illegal occupations, and so on and so forth. Persons with this disorder disregards with the wishes or rights or feelings of others. They are frequently deceitful and manipulative in order to gain personal profit or pleasure. They may repeatedly use an alias, con others, or malinger. So lie their way out of situations with bad intent. A pattern of impulsivity may be manifested by a failure to plan ahead. So, okay, decisions made that are made of spur of the moment without forethought and without considerations for the consequences of self or others. This may lead to sudden changes of jobs, residencies, or relationships. It's still malign. Individuals with ASPD tend to be irritable and aggressive and may repeatedly get into physical fights or commit acts of physical assault. These individuals also display a reckless disregard for the safety of others or themselves. This may be evidence in their driving behavior, sexual behavior, love, relationships, so on and so forth. They may neglect or fail to care for a child in any way that puts the child in danger. Individuals with ASPD may be consistently and might be extremely irresponsible. By significant periods of unavailable job opportunities or by abandonment of several jobs without a realistic plan for others. There may also be a pattern of repeated absences from work or illness or in their family. Financial responsibilities, there may be different for... Okay. They may be indifferent to provide a superficial rationalization for having hurt, mistreated, or stolen someone. These individuals may blame the victims for being foolish, helpless, or deserving their fate. They may minimize the harmful consequences of their actions and may simply indicate complete indifference. They generally fail to compensate or make amends for their behavior. They believe that everyone is out to help number one, and that one should not stop at avoid being pushed to others. The thing where this gets muddy, right, is even if he doesn't intend to hurt someone, it's still malaligned, right? So at the end of the day, that's still intentional hurt. So because it's malaligned, because he doesn't mean to hurt someone, it still hurts someone in the process, right? So for example, if I were to play hot and cold, because this is another aspect that, you know, kind of goes into, which is using your charms, features that are commonly traditional conceptions to bring people in. So for example, if he starts like flirting with some of the girls or people out there and starts bringing them in for his own purposes, guess what? It hits the mark. If he starts going ahead and like playing hot and cold with them and so on and so forth, it might hit the mark. Quicksilver, yeah, I appreciate you so much. Have a good night, man. Stay safe. Appreciate you. If he, you know, starts like molding his persona to be what it needs to be without like really it being him or it taking a toll on him, like, you know, thinking of it as an actor rather than anything else, it might hit the mark. Dude, this anime is insane. This anime is absolutely insane. I fucking love it. I am impressed by this. This anime has blown me away. Ladies and gentlemen, have you learned something from this? Even from the breakdown of what antisocial personality disorder looks like. Have you taken something away? Maybe. Have you looked... Does this make you look at Aqua maybe a little differently? I don't think that doesn't make him a bad person, by the way. I think so, in some places, the DSM-5, I think it might be in some places. I can't say legally where you can get it offline, you know, but I never, but yeah, it should be available online, touch me. I never liked Aqua. I like Aqua. I think Aqua's an interesting character, and I think what may lead to this. Also, I'm gonna be straight up with you. Hold on. I just thought about this. If we find no fucking way, I'm gonna throw this out there, no fucking way that the anime will touch into this, because it's, at the end of the day, it's an idol anime with drama and murder, but no way would it touch into this. That like, say that Aqua's like, say that he's not romantically attracted to anyone, but if my dude has like an Oedipus complex and like he can only get a hard on because of thinking of his mom or like let's say Kaufman's like looked a lot like I, and he's like, oh, oh, oh. Guess what? A lot of people on the spectrum also have issues with attachments or relational systems like that, i.e. putting up appropriate boundaries to find out what is appropriate or not. Because that's a big symptom, is attachment work when it comes to it, right? It's a fucked up attachment schema. Y'all good? By the way, the numbers on the, and it's eyes lock screen password. But that's the number one reason why I throw it out there. No way in fucking hell that a show would ever touch on something like this, or a series would touch on something like this, because that takes a lot of introspective work and it takes a lot of dedication to finding out what makes a person fall into a lot of trauma and shit like that. Oh, holy bananas, ladies and gentlemen. Holy guacamole. Is there anything to consider about how you said he superimposed Arena and I in his mind in his first life, because Arena is now Ruby, who looks like I. Which sweet home Alabama. I'm kidding. No, I honestly think like when it comes to a situation like that, I think it just might be him being extremely overprotective. You know, he might grow with overprotectiveness for her, but that superimposition might just happen from, and it happens to others as well, like in therapists, right? We hear a lot of people's stories. So oftentimes what we go through are the cycles of like knowing your narrative, right, and what you've told us, and trying to go ahead and fill in the blanks with our own. I feel like Aqua's treading a very fine line between admiration and adoration. Might be, yeah. To be honest, Aqua is extremely responsible, though. Based on the second episode, he seems conflicted between manipulating Ruby and trying to have a good relationship. Seems more like an ongoing conflict than established conflict pattern of behavior. Whereas me, the only reason why I would kind of disagree with you on that one is because I feel like he would only control Ruby if he goes out of line, right? Like, for example, and it's not even having a good relationship. It's like, okay, well, I don't want you to go out and have that because I don't want you to go and follow certain things. But at the same time, it's like, if you were to go ahead and start controlling the people around or who Ruby interacts with, then we have an issue, right? And that goes back into the cycles of power and control, i.e. say that he's the one that's in charge of bringing people in, or he's the one in charge of, like, you know, putting up social media stuff, or he's the one in charge of doing whatever. If that were the case, I think that there's a big issue with power and control present here, and that's something that we would have to go ahead and look at. Because it's more than just going ahead and like having Ruby attain her goals. It's also a concept of like him afraid of losing control. Wow. My ears are red. This has been insane, ladies and gentlemen. This has been insane. YouTube, hey, if y'all learned something, I appreciate y'all so much. I sincerely do from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot for each and every single one of you guys, even here on Twitch, to come on and be here and analyze this show and talk about it and go through the entire thing that we just went through. By the way, in case you're wondering, this episode is probably also unmonetized. I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything like that because I strongly believe that, like, a lot of these episodes, a lot of the analysis and all of that are for mental health purposes. There are episodes out there that are monetized, and that's to help pay for the editors and whatnot once it's enough money, enough whatever for it. But I'm feeling I'm coming down a little bit with energy, but the reason why I'm bringing this up is because, in case there are people out there that are wondering, have you read the light novel, the manga, anything like that? No. Everything is based on psychological principle, and I hope that I've done a good enough job of explaining myself, explaining my thoughts. Rightful Lord, thank you so much for being here, man. I appreciate it. We do this every Friday, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to be a part of this, want to be a part and like pick my brain, ask about character interactions, ask about everything, feel free. I encourage it. Come on down here, ask questions, learn about the characters, ask anything that you want to go ahead and ask. And if you're confused about a character, that's a-okay, because guess what? I'm literally going episode by episode, so I'm probably going to be just as confused and or more. There are no stupid questions, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys practice that self-care. Hit that like button, subscribe, share this with friends, with others. And also, ladies and gentlemen, hey, if you want to do a huge favor and leave a comment, leave a like, that would be amazing. It helps the algorithm grow. It helps reach more people. This and other areas in the series. I know it's daunting because it's 3+ hours, but I appreciate y'all. Hope you guys practice some self-care. And with that being said, YouTube, I'll check you guys out later.